My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Every second counts in a poison emergency. That's why Poison Help is standing by 24/7 to provide free assistance in over 100 languages. Save Poison Help as a contact in your phone today. Poison Help. 1-800-222-1222.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side. You're in the far side.
Go. Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah! 4-4 never felt so good, DeMarco. How about that? It only took 3 weeks, 3 wins in a row, but they're back, baby.
They're in it. They're in the hunt. I love beating Seattle. I love winning in Seattle.
That's kind of home away from home for you, right?
You know what's funny, man? There were a lot of Rams fans there.
Were there?
Yeah, there were a ton of Rams fans. People I know from SoFi. Like super fans that made the trip up there.
Road trip.
Yes. Before the game, they said this, and I didn't want to repeat it because there were some Seahawk faithful around. They called it SoFi North.
Oh.
Ooh. Right. I thought that was a shot.
Well, look, I'm glad that we're finally on the right side of something like that because, quite frankly, too often it goes the other way down here.
That's
so we'll take it.
That's why I didn't comment. I'm like, we got our own problems here. But I'm like, it was nice to see a bunch of Rams fans.
It's nice to win.
Yes, when they got the stop
walk-off shot
in the in overtime, when they got the big defensive stop, the place went silent and then loud. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of Rams fans in here. Yeah, it was really cool.
A lot of L.A. people everywhere, and I think we're all in our feels because we did the entire show yesterday, and I don't know about you. I haven't spoken to you since we spoke briefly yesterday during the pregame show, but
talking about Maurice being cold.
Yeah, Maurice freezing to death in 58-degree weather. I don't quite understand that.
What are you doing?
That's another
with a blanket
story
and a pea coat.
I mean, he's a little guy.
That's an insane thing to me. That
wait.
He
had a pea coat on and a blanket around his feet.
A pea coat's a nice look.
But a blanket around his feet?
No. You wear a pea coat when you are in Minneapolis in February.
Yes.
Not when you're in Seattle in the first weekend of November.
That's my dog. I love him, though.
Yeah. No, he's fine. I had a great weekend simply because I'm still kind of floating around on the Dodger high.
Yeah.
That every time we'd come back from a break, we got this going on, and everywhere you turn, there's a Dodger flag, a Dodger hat, a Dodger T-shirt, a Dodger something. My Instagram feed is filled with nothing but Dodger content. So
a lot of Anthony Banda thirst traps for me.
But he is a very popular Dodger with women.
Yeah.
Is he smoking? Let me see. Let me look.
Yeah, Brenda said, what's up?
Susan's
He's got like full tats.
Susan's whole thing was, who's that? Like, very quick, like, who is that? What is it? Who is that guy? Because he's a tank, DeMarco.
Yeah.
He's very, very big and powerful.
I've never seen him up
tatted
close.
Up. He's got the mask going on in
this
the locker
guy?
room.
Yeah.
Get out of town. Yeah. Wait a minute. Where's my glasses?
Did you look up shirtless Anthony Banda?
He's got glasses on.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
And he looks like a substitute teacher.
No, he doesn't. Are you sure you're looking at the right
I'm looking
guy?
at a headshot. Okay, now I can see the action shot. I see the tats.
Yeah.
I see the tats.
And he's
I get
big.
it.
And the vibe.
See, women love bad boys, don't they?
Emily?
They love the bad boys.
Women like I like tattoos.
This dude is sexy. Come on, really?
Yes.
Okay, I'll leave that alone. I don't know what to say. Okay, this guy causes train wrecks. What are we doing wrong, then, Travis?
I'm just telling you.
Tattoos.
Emily's saying so.
Bad boys?
Brenda is saying so. Susan is saying so. I'm just saying that's cutting across
I need
a
more.
variety of
Generational
different...
divide, ethnic divide.
Wait, we're Anthony Banda.
Yes.
From the Dodgers.
Just telling you.
Wait,
and Jack Flaherty.
What's
Don't
his
forget
number?
Jack Flaherty.
I don't know Banda's
number 43?
Sounds right. No, Vezia's 41.9. I don't know. Yeah.
Hold on. This guy?
You need to find the pictures of him not in his Dodger uniform. You need to find the pictures of him in the celebration soaked in champagne.
It is unbelievable what never mind, what people find attractive. Anyway, let's go.
To each his own. To each his own. So it was a good weekend. We went to the Dodger parade on Friday. I'll say it. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not a parade person. Who doesn't love a parade? Me. That's who. I had a great time.
It was fun.
I had a great time being down there, being around all those Dodger fans. Everybody fired up to see it. Everybody was in a good mood. It was totally chill. I was going there reluctantly because parade is not my jam, and I had a fantastic time.
It was a blast.
It was great.
I saw the Fernando effect up close.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the stories that came out of it were great. And the obscure jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
What was the most obscure Dodger jersey you saw?
Raul Mondesi.
I saw one, too.
A Soto one.
A Soto.
Who's
For
Soto?
Juan Soto.
There's already a Soto jersey?
Yeah, someone put duct tape on it.
No, you gotta have a real
no.
I saw 2 different Raul Mondesi jerseys.
No way.
Yeah.
You know the one we were looking for and we could not find? We could not find a Matt Kemp.
I saw one.
You saw one?
I saw one. Yeah.
I didn't see any.
I
Okay.
saw Matt Kemp.
Nomo?
Who?
You guys see Nomo?
I didn't see a
I
Nomo
didn't
either.
see a Nomo.
No Nomos.
I didn't see a Nomo. It was Ohtani and Betts.
Betts
by
everywhere.
a mile.
Betts everywhere.
Kershaw,
Kike was the kind of the right end.
A lot of Kike. And then, there's some Justin Turners. There were some older Dodgers, a handful of Corey Seagers.
2 Lux fans.
Freddie Freeman's. I didn't see a Lux.
2 Lux fans.
So his brothers or his sisters or his cousins were there?
It was a girl. She loved him.
Okay.
Yeah, it was more than just about baseball. It was insane.
More than Anthony Banda?
I'm still shocked by this. This guy? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. How was your trip to Seattle? I know we'll get to the Rams in a second, but I know that's you have
And
to
I
meet
just
up
sent
with
you guys
your-
3 Anthony Banda thirst trap photos, so that's where
I'm
you
not
can
looking.
look at.
I'm not looking.
Why not? You jealous? Nah, just.
No, I'm more in shock.
You're gonna have a much better
Okay.
understanding of what it
So-
is about.
Oh,
him.
seriously, look. Oh, see,
That's
you looked
him?
at him. Yeah.
Okay, it is funny to walk into a building like behind Jimmy Garoppolo. The dude causes train wrecks.
Yeah.
I'm like, you? Of all people, I don't get it. I don't get what they see.
Jimmy
you don't
Garoppolo?
get Jimmy G.
Not at all.
Oh, come on.
I can't
just not.
help you then.
That's just not how I roll. I mean, I don't know, but I'm like, you cause train wrecks, dude.
Jimmy Garoppolo is classically handsome.
He's like Greek god handsome.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
classic.
he's
like
got
if
it,
you're
man.
gonna say do you think George Clooney is handsome?
With all due respect, he's like every other meathead I've ever met in my life.
I've never met the man, so
Yeah.
I can't say. Do you
not
think
about
George
his
Clooney is
personality.
handsome?
Okay.
Okay, but like he's handsome like that. He's handsome like
Really?
Brad Pitt is handsome.
Did not know this.
Who do you
Okay.
think is handsome, DeMarco?
Say again?
Who do you think is handsome? Yourself. I'm
Me.
sure you would say yourself.
Me.
Besides,
I could care less if you're handsome. Throw it to the right guy. That's all I care about. But I'm like, dang, dude, you cause wrecks out
that's
here.
not what we're talking about. Who
Yeah,
do you find
so
handsome?
There was
He gets more interviews, and he didn't even play.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm confused as to why this is a struggle for
Well,
you.
I've just never seen it up close. I've heard about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this was 2 years ago, Em, when he was still in. I guess it was 2 years ago because he was still in San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
and he went to a Warriors game, and Christian McCaffrey,
Oh, I
and
heard
George
about this.
Kittle
Yes.
are all sitting together. And the Golden State Warriors cheerleaders were queued up to meet Jimmy Garoppolo, and McCaffrey and Kittle are both like, "Yeah, hey, what's up?" And they were just like, "Yeah, whatever. I'm waiting in line to meet Jimmy G."
Unbelievable. Okay, so Banda's on that level.
No, Banda's not.
No,
Banda's
no.
got an energy that is different.
Oh, it's
that
the energy. Okay.
Garoppolo looks like a movie star. He's handsome like that. Like
Okay.
Banda doesn't look like a movie star until then he takes his shirt off and he looks like trouble.
Different kind of
Yeah,
star.
yes, a different kind of star. Yeah, a guy that's
Jimmy. You know,
Yeah.
Jimmy's not playing tomorrow, ladies.
They don't care.
Matthew's
DeMarco.
playing. Matthew's the
we
starter.
don't
They
care.
don't care about
Have you seen
that.
Sam
He's not
Hartman? He's
taking
not
a snap.
playing.
Let me put it to you this way. See if this helps. The people that we're talking about have never looked at Pro Football Reference.com.
Okay. It's men in tight pants. I
Like,
got it.
They have
Sam-
never looked at that.
I did
Sam
not
Hartman
know
was
that.
the third string quarterback for the Commanders, and I was still looking at Commanders practice footage.
Unbelievable.
To see
Yep.
Sam Hartman out there.
But driving in, I did see a bunch of World Series champion
It's everywhere.
Dodger billboards. It was awesome. And I'm like, yeah, this is a championship season right now.
It's going to be. You said it. I stole your line yesterday
What's that?
on the postgame show when Kirk and I were talking about. We got sidetracked. We were having a Dodger conversation. What you said is you won the Super Bowl in 1999, and the next day training camp started.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're going to roll into spring training soon.
Yeah, the Dodgers. You look around today. I think Walker Buehler is at a Dick's in Cerritos. I think somebody said that Kike Hernandez is at a Raising Cane's somewhere. In Alhambra. And so, go get it. Go
No
get
doubt.
your money. Go interact with the fans. Go do your thing because their spring training is right around the corner. So go have a great time. Why not? Right?
Where is he's where at a Dick's Sporting Goods?
Uh-huh.
How much does that cost to get a World Series champion to Dick's Sporting Goods? Because back in the day, it was like $5-7 grand would get you a Super Bowl champion.
And this was 20 years ago?
Yeah, so I wonder what it is now. And I know baseball's
50,
more.
50% more?
50? 10 grand?
Yeah.
Okay.
15?
I was thinking more like 20.
50, it could be.
20.
I'm totally guessing here.
You're going to have a line out the door.
Well, there's fewer of them.
Yeah.
And he's a star. Like this, I'm trying to think, like, no disrespect. Landon Knack is not getting the same price as Walker Buehler.
Right. It's Walker Buehler.
Right.
Yeah, right.
You're getting a big name. Then unless Shohei's not doing it because they're painting his face on the side of
You
Jets.
couldn't pay him enough.
He's not showing up at Dick's.
He's everywhere in Japan.
Yeah.
Start with $1 million, and maybe you'll get him. Yeah.
That's one of those great questions. Like, I get that Shohei Ohtani is going to be a billionaire before it's all said and done, right? He's going to do it. But if somebody said, look, I will give you $1 million for 5 hours of your time, you have to do it no matter how much you have, right?
Shohei?
Still, anybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You and me could get together. Let's pull up $1 million. We'll pay him, and then we'll make 10 off him.
Yeah.
That's how it works. But that's awesome. Yeah.
Should we do that?
I think we can.
By the way, when you say you and me got together $1 million, that's basically you. I could scrape together $5 grand, but beyond the rest of it,
come on.
Not like that. I don't.
We'll get Shohei.
You are my people like that.
This is. Are you still floating? Are you still floating off the World Series?
I really am.
You should.
It's funny. So we went. Susan and I went out to dinner on Saturday night, and we were still talking about it. I did a high school football game on Friday night. Everybody in the press box, we were all talking about it. People coming by. Tough night for the Dolphins.
They lost?
Tough night for the Dolphins.
Oh.
Yeah, they lost. But they played Barstow in the first round of CIF on Friday night
nice.
at Dana Hills. So we're still got a lot of football left to play. But, yeah, it's down where I live in South Orange County is not super Dodger heavy. But Dodger fans are out in force.
Angels?
It's Padres, it's Angels,
okay.
it's Dodgers. It's kind of a mix. Nobody wants to wear an Angel hat. That's humiliating. I mean, you'd never want to be seen in public with one of those, considering what they've done.
Didn't someone in our social team show up the day after with an Angels sweater on?
They're probably colorblind.
That's gutsy. Yeah, that's very gutsy.
Yeah, but no, it really is. It's going to be great. It was a long time coming. 1988 was a long time ago. 2020 was unsatisfying from a celebratory aspect. It was great that they won it, but you didn't get to celebrate it like that because everybody's locked into their damn houses.
Yeah.
This is the first time we got to go out and let your hair down and have a party and have a few drinks and laugh and do all these things. And, some people got, like Jack Flaherty, were having a pretty good time. Did you see him at the...
oh, yeah. That's how you're supposed to do it.
He did it right.
Yes.
He did it right.
He's not driving.
No.
Yeah.
Look, I've been there.
They're not going to arrest you.
Nope. And when Oral went over to shake his hand on the stage there, and the next thing you know, he and right back into the seat. I'm like, that's how you do that.
That's the way you're supposed to celebrate. That's
Kike was chopping it up too. Let's talk about the Rams and what they got done yesterday. Banda. Yeah.
I sent you some photos. Go look at those photos. Go look at that video.
Too many corners. Everybody's on the Banda
Always
train.
shocked. Okay.
Yeah, and what's up?
And by the way, if you're looking for the broadcast of the USC women's basketball game, their season opener against Ole Miss, playing in Paris, they're underway. They're up 6-5. And if you want to listen to the broadcast, it's on the ESPN LA app and listen live tile for USC women's basketball.
And in Paris.
Yep, they're playing in Paris. The Affleck we play.
Not Paris, not Lake Paris.
I know S'il vous plaît. I know
Foie gras.
Escargot, pomme frites. Those are good, by the way.
All food related.
I quit.
Yeah. Au revoir. That means goodbye, right? Bonjour. We know all of those
But
things.
Kiki's got all 6 of their points so far, but they're playing well.
All right. So you got the SC game on the ESPN LA app. You can go check that out right now if that's what you're looking for. DeMarco, let's talk about the Rams. Our 500 Rams who are right on the heels of first place in their division after being 1-4 about 4 seconds ago. It's all coming up on Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. LA's premier card room now open 24/7. Tune in all this week to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino. That includes tailgate party passes to HPC and game day tickets at SoFi. Listen for your cue to call 877-710-ESPN and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Tailgate passes to HPC and game tickets to SoFi. Hollywood Park Casino. Park, party, and play. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Matthew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Matthew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismatthew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Hey, what up? It's Matt Barnes here. If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law.
For me, it's about getting the top result and the top value for your claim. Even if you didn't have insurance during the accident, Uncle Artie will still help you. I'm sure a lot of you out there got turned back from attorneys when you said, I don't have insurance. Well, guess what? Uncle Artie can still help you. It does not matter. Give us a call. You have nothing to lose. We take the case on a contingency. You don't pay up front.
Uncle Artie's not just my friend, but he's your uncle in the business. Artie Pernia is a seasoned personal injury attorney who works with you, so you receive the best possible compensation for your case. Let Uncle Artie and the Pernia Law family provide peace of mind, so you can focus on your recovery.
Trust us, trust Uncle.
When you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law, 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text POWER to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text POWER to 42424. That's POWER to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Snap, 2nd and 6, bootleg left side. He flips his hips. He fires. He's going deep. DeMarcus brought it in with one hand in the end zone for a walk-off touchdown. 39 yards. DeMarcus calls game. He sticks a right hand up, brings it in and pins it to his shoulder pad. And LA gets out of the Pacific Northwest with a 26-20 overtime win.
Yeah, JB.
There you go.
That was from the 39.
Yeah.
I wanted to see. That was from the... So you're on the fringe of field goal range anyway.
39, 49, it's a long one, 56.
Plus 18.
56, 57
okay.
yards. Yeah.
2nd and 6, you threw that down the field. Unbelievable.
Freddie,
what a throw.
meet Robbie.
What a throw. I said this to some people there. They were asking me about Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. I said Jared Goff was good with the Rams.
Yeah.
He's great with Detroit.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford has been great since he got here.
Yeah.
He's been nothing but great, and you saw that on Sunday.
Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but if you have a really good coach, and the Rams do, and if you have a really good quarterback, and the Rams do, you're going to win.
It makes football easier.
You can have some other deficiencies in other. You can't be bad in a bunch of places.
You're in every game.
You're in every game, and those guys can game plan and help you. That a guy like Stafford can steal one and help you. Because look, this has only taken me. What am I? I've turned 53 here in a little bit. So I've been watching football. Let's call it 40 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And so for 40 years, I'm like, yeah, but it didn't look. You know what it matters? And this is so stupid, but it's the God's honest truth. Did you win or not?
Yeah.
That's it. What is it looking like is for other people.
That's the bottom line.
It's did you win or not? And they won yesterday. There were a lot of stuff in that game. The Puka getting kicked out. There was a bunch of penalties, guys jumping off sides. There was a bunch of stuff that was bad. But at the end, hey,
pissed at
Seattle threw 3 interceptions. And cool,
Yeah.
fine. They won the game. They've won 3 games in a row. And it does feel, DeMarco, like they've got some momentum. Like, beating the Raiders was like, yeah, okay, the Raiders are terrible. They didn't play. And then you beat Minnesota. It's like, that looked pretty good. They did not look as good yesterday as they did against Minnesota, but who cares? They won the game, and they're finally rolling a little bit like the Rams do.
There were too many damn penalties. And Puka getting thrown out, I thought was just stupid. And I love the guy, but that was just dumb. And you could sort of blame that on officiating if you wanted to. They should have deaded the play. They let that go because they didn't want to get overturned by replay. Some officials do that, and they allowed some stuff to happen. But Puka, you've got to be a professional. You can't be throwing punches.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
No, you can't. And
I get it. Look, I've been injured. He's obviously injured. He's got a problem that's going to make you salty. And to get out there and play, you probably got some pain meds. So you're not in your right mind, and you let somebody get under your skin enough to throw a punch.
Yeah, he did not instigate that, but that's not how that works. It's they get the second guy way more than they get the first guy.
Of course, and you don't throw a punch. You get that guy on the next play legally.
You can't throw a punch, and you really can't throw a punch in open space. It's like everybody can see it.
The entire stadium saw it.
Right. If there's guys rolling around on the ground and there's some stuff going on, it's like, maybe he did, maybe he did. I don't know. But it was wide open.
I'll give him credit. After the team won, he was the first guy right outside the locker room, dapping everybody up. He was so happy, happy. And you can tell. It'll never happen again. He'll get a big fine. McVay's going to come down on him. He already expressed how sorry he was to the football team. I guarantee you that will never happen again.
I don't think so either. And I believe that he would be happy for his teammates because I think he's that sort of guy. But that's also one of those...
Well, some guys go home.
No, I get that. But that's one of those... That's a game they should have won. And had they not won that game, the first thing we would have been talking about is, hey, do they win that game if Puka doesn't get kicked out? And thankfully that wasn't the story. But I'm bullish on them right now. There's still problems. They still, the trade deadline. There's some stuff going on tomorrow. I don't know if anybody
what is his name? The corner, Lattimore. That's the guy.
Yeah,
that's the guy
Lattimore.
that might be out there. The cornerback. Yes.
That you've got the trade deadline tomorrow, and for the longest time, it's sort of the Rams are, is it Cooper Kupp? Is it this guy? Is it that guy? Well, if anything, it feels like stuff's going to be coming back the other way. There's still some work to be done, but this is the first time all season long I'm like, they've got not only a chance, but it's not even like if these 10 things break their way, they've got a chance. They just got to continue to play the way they've played over the last month or so, because I still think 9 wins might win the division. I don't think anybody in that division is getting to 11. Maybe you got to get to 10. So they're at 4-4 to get to 10 over their last 9 games does not feel like a huge
possible.
ask.
As long as, and this was to a man, I said this before the game, they all felt if they played their best game, they could beat Seattle. They could beat just about anybody. They didn't play their best game, but they still got it done. So there is a belief on this football team that is really strong. There was a tweet by Cam Curl that I think stood out. He said, "I love playing for the Rams."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was awesome. And you can tell the culture here is different. It's all about towards the positive and towards winning. So, but I'm so happy. And Coach Yarbs, the receivers coach, has been on me about Demarcus Robinson for about a year and a half now.
On you how?
This guy is better than you think. He's a better receiver. He's a better athlete. He's going to be a big contributor to this football team. And I'm like, Coach, I don't see it yet. He said, just watch. And there he is again. The guy is just making plays. And I think it seems like Stafford looks for him in key situations now, especially going down the field.
I think this is a classic example of two things can be true at the same time, that you're both right. That he may be better than you thought he was, and Coach Yarber could be saying this, and then you could be right because we've seen he's good at that.
Yeah.
But if you ask him to do the others, he's not good at that. And the reason
if you leave him at X, he's a problem.
He's had 4 touchdowns in 2 games because Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua were back.
Oh, no doubt.
That he's really good. You can't need someone else to unlock you if you want me to call you really good. You can be very useful.
Yeah.
You could be a very useful player, and I think that he is an incredibly useful guy. But very good. You know who's very good?
Who?
Cooper Kupp.
Oh,
You know
he's
who's
special.
very good?
Yeah.
Puka Nacua. Those guys
Yes.
that whoever else is out there doesn't matter nearly as much as if you're out there. And Robinson is feeding off of those other guys' presence because now he's getting the third guy. He's getting one-on-one, and he's able to take advantage
Swan
of it.
had a Stallworth.
Yes.
Rice
had a Taylor.
Had Taylor. That's the thing. You take advantage of the other guy's gravity. So Cooper Kupp, 11 catches on 14 targets. That's the offense. Demarcus Robinson coming in behind that, 6 catches, 94 yards, and 2 touchdowns. All you got to do is go out there and be athletic. Go out there and be you. I don't even need you to think anymore. Just go be athletic. That to me is special. I thought the offensive line did a pretty good job yesterday. It's the third game they've been together. This 5: Jackson, Dedich, Limmer, Dotson, Havenstein. So they're starting to
Havenstein
gel.
Didn't make it to the end of the line either.
I know,
he
that's
got
the sad
clipped
thing.
Too.
I think Rob's going to be okay, but he is Darth Vader now. Remember Ryan Bulaga from the Packers?
Yeah.
By the end of his career, the dude was like more machine than man. Rob is headed that way. But I did have a convo with his coach. He says he's the smartest tackle he's ever been around. Like a high football IQ.
Yeah.
Could play center if he could get down that
The
far.
center is typically your smartest
Most
lineman.
intelligent guy. So that was really cool. Puka getting thrown out. Parkinson, the tight ends got called for a few holding calls.
It's
still a work in progress.
It's the one part of the Sean McVay experience that I don't think we've seen the best version of it. Higbee's been good at times. Gerald Everett had some moments that were pretty good along the way.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, the tight ends have not had a great, and especially this season, they've had virtually no impact.
None. I told this to Tyler Higbee. If you can make the Pro Bowl playing tight end for Sean McVay, you are great for what they ask you to do.
They're
they need
asking
you to
a lot.
block in line. Next play, you're split out and you're running routes. And then on the next play, you may run an end around. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy. So I thought Kyron had a tough, rugged day.
Streak came to an end.
It's not always going to be pretty for you. It's not going to be easy, but 22 attempts, that's a win. You're slugging it out up there. I thought that was fantastic. And the young defense. Come on, dude.
When they get a lead with Kyren, that's when he gets really, really effective, where he can just straight down the hill, maybe make one move and at the hole one way or the other. I don't like when they try to run him around the end. That doesn't feel like what he's excellent at. But between the tackles, he feels like a very, very useful guy, especially when you get into that
guard to
goal line
guard,
package.
he's a menace. Those tosses will work, and those outside plays work against Seattle because they're so aggressive. If you can get outside of them, it's KD bar the door. The problem is if they block it up and he starts to cut back, that's when you get the holding calls.
Yeah.
Because you're not sure where he is. But that's the thing.
No.
But I thought the story of the day was that young defensive front, man.
I want to talk about those guys. I want to talk about Fisk kind of had his coming out party. Jared
Soul
Verse,
taker.
you've been saying it for a while that he's not just good, he's not just very good, he might be special. So we'll talk about those two guys. But I want to talk about what's available to them over the next quarter of the season, because I think they make or don't make the playoffs based on what happens over the next 4 games. We'll get into that next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, D-Far here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Why get stuck in traffic when you don't have to? You could be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than 1 hour. Pechanga gives all guests the amenities they expect of a world-class resort, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, golf, let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. You know, I'm going to try this gaming stuff. This is going to be fun. The casino floor is huge. There's 1,100 hotel rooms. I'm going to book a block of rooms for a party coming up. And you're invited, Travis. You're going to love this.
I'll be there.
Suites, the spa, the golf course, 20 bars, restaurants, so much more make Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. Readers of Newsweek and USA Today voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Vegas. So whether your idea of entertainment is lounging poolside or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort and Casino is waiting for you. I taught my daughter to play blackjack. Is that bad?
No, it's math.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's math.
We were playing with Halloween candy. She was so mad. I
Do
took
you
her
let
Snickers.
her double down and split candy corns?
We're not there yet, but she wanted her Snickers back. That's not how gambling works. Anyway, visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA, to book a reservation or for more info. Also, follow them on Instagram at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and info, and I'm hungry.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. Choose an Amazon locker or counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, football fans, what's better than cheering on your team with an ice-cold glass of Stella Rosa in hand? How about scoring the ultimate experience at the biggest college football game of the season with an ice-cold Stella Rosa in hand? That's right, Stella Rosa is giving you the chance to win 2 tickets, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. So what are you waiting for? Head to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter. Courtesy of Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Most people don't think about a lawyer till the cuffs go on, but you're smarter than that. I'm attorney Darren Kavanoki, founder of 1-800-NO-CUFFS. People in Southern Cal know to put 1-800-NO-CUFFS on speed dial now, because no one looks good in handcuffs unless you're into that sort of thing. 1-800-NO-CUFFS.
Choosing the right candidates for any office can be difficult.
My office has lots of drama.
I share my office. But no matter what kind of office you have, if you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the most qualified candidates for your roles fast. So, for any kind of office,
I'm really going places in my office.
count on ZipRecruiter to find the right candidates for it. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Attention football fans, the season's heating up, and that means it's time for jaw-dropping plays, spectacular touchdowns, and memories that'll last a lifetime. So if you're looking to grab the best seats for all the excitement, Vivid Seats is your go-to playmaker. With an incredible selection of tickets and a game-changing rewards program, Vivid Seats is your ticket to every thrilling moment. Don't miss out. Experience it live with Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
At the Home Depot, we know you can't control everything, like when your guests arrive too early for Saturday college football. But you can control your grill. With the Traeger Timberline XL, you can watch the game, not the grill. Monitor your football feast from anywhere using the Traeger app. With the Timberline XL, you can bake, smoke, sear, fry, and saute. That's Desmond Howard level versatility.
Huddle up, the food's done.
Defend your game time with Traeger and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I'm just going to have this play everywhere I go. Open the door in my car, elevator door swings open, walk into the studio.
You
just
should.
a Randy Newman concert every time I go
Bro,
anywhere.
you beat the Yankees.
Well,
and you did it there.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty great. And I look, the fact that the Yankees gift wrapped it, great. I'll take it. They would have won anyway. I still don't know how to operate with them. I was never really concerned that they were not going to win. Once they won the first couple of games,
yeah.
It's they're going to win the World Series.
It was inevitable.
Yeah. It just felt like, all right, the Yankees are sloppy. They'll go a certain. We'll get to that coming up in a little bit. How was your trip to Seattle other than the game yesterday?
A blast.
Yeah, did you get to see some old pals?
Hung out with some old dudes. We landed at about 6, got to the hotel at 7, ate on my own at the hotel, and then caught up with those guys about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And it was just like we were in college.
Just right back into it.
Card tables, dominoes, the aura.
Okay.
Guys were showing up. It's the
How
same
many guys?
house. Say again?
How many guys?
We hear the pen.
At its peak, I think there were like 22.
Oh,
It
that's
was
a pretty big
basically
group.
Both starting units from my senior year were there, plus some backups.
No kidding.
All the guys that stay in touch. So
You let
it's this-
backups come?
We do. I mean, they can come. We were a pretty salty bunch, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were hard to be around. But it's the same house that we had as when I was a senior.
Who owns the house?
Matt. His name is Matt, and he was a fullback, and he did really good in real estate up there. He's from up there.
Okay.
So he bought the house that we used to live in. I think Mrs. Lee, who owned it, died.
Okay.
And the family sold it to him.
To Matt.
So we're going back to the same exact house.
What does he do with the house normally?
Rents it.
Oh, he rents it to students?
Yes, students.
To kick them out for the week?
Doctors.
Okay.
Doctors. So it was available, so he had it open, so it was fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Card tables, the whole nine, and within 15 minutes, there was a fight. But it was a good fight. It was the same fight from 30 years ago.
What is a good fight?
One or two punches and it's over.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not a brawl.
Everybody laughing at the end of it?
They're not really trying to hurt each other.
Okay.
It's just no one
Did
wants to
somebody
back down.
take a punch?
Yeah, my man. Okay, his name, we call him Juju. Juju.
Okay.
So not
Like
anti-Semitic.
Juju Watkins.
Juju.
Who
Yeah.
is currently playing, and
Yes.
you can listen to it on the
Right.
ESPN
Yeah.
LA app.
And the other guy that he was in it with is named Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, so Hill was
Okay,
there
hold on.
first.
Hill
and then
or Hill?
Hill. Hill. Yes. So Hill was there. Hill is the dominologist, so he was killing us all. And then about 2 hours into it, Juju walks in, and the whole room gets silent because these guys have been going at it for 30 years over the same girl. For 30 years. Now, they're both married to other people. She's
Yeah.
married to someone else.
This should be solved by now,
Was
right?
she at the party?
No.
Okay.
Well, in spirit, she was
Okay,
there.
her aura was
yes,
there at the
it was.
party.
It's unresolved, and I don't think they've been in the same room with each other for like 20 years.
So there's real bad blood there.
It's not really bad blood. It's just embarrassment because Jamal got knocked cold. I said his name.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. He got knocked
Juju.
cold years ago, and we never let him forget it. And then he walked in, and there's Hill, and there's Juju, and within 15 minutes they're at it again. Yeah, we got instigators, man. It was fun.
Are you amongst them?
No, I'm the peacemaker.
Are you really?
I am the peacemaker. I'm trying to keep, you need to leave the room. You keep calm. Everybody just drink and be happy.
So when they start fighting again, is it here they go again, or are you guys now in your 50s like, guys, what the hell are we doing
It was
here?
the same as 30 years ago because Hill gave Juju a chance.
Is
I don't
everyone
want to
growing
fight.
a little bit more?
I don't want to fight, but if you say, Hill, it's on, then we're going to go. So, of course, we look at Juju. He called you out. What are you going to say? Hill, it's on. Boom, boom, boom. Jamal's out. Right? Same thing happened again. So Jamal's talking. Hill's over here. Hill said, all you got to say is, let's go.
These are all football players.
These are all football players. Well, Hill's a coach now.
Okay. Okay.
Jamal is a fire captain.
Former
These are all
football-
professional men.
Yes. People with careers.
Yes, and it happened again. But it was fun. It was just like old times. It was so much fun. And guess where we ended up at the end of the night?
Pizza. No, don't tell me. The burger thing.
Dick's Burgers.
Dick's, yeah.
Dick's Burgers. At the end of the night, we ended up at the drive-through. It's not a drive-through. At the parking
walk-up?
lot at Dick's, and we're playing our posses on Broadway. It's like we're back in school again. Here we are. Bunch of old dudes hanging around with a limp.
Yeah. And one guy knocked out.
And fun, because guess why? We beat SC.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. There's nothing more fun for a Husky besides beating the Cougars than beating USC.
Look, SC's fine. You know how I know they're fine? Because Lincoln Riley said, at least we're not getting our asses kicked. Oh,
is that where you are now?
Then everything's great. If all I know is that the bar USC football, multiple national championships, multiple Heisman Trophy winners, conference championships, NFL draft picks, #1 overall draft picks, NFL Hall of Famers, USC Trojan football.
The brand
Yes. Has sunk to, well, at least we don't get our ass kicked.
I hope you never fire.
Wow.
I hope you never fire Lincoln Riley.
DeMarco,
if that's the standard, perfect.
When I read that, I couldn't believe it.
I know.
That is like, had Paul Hackett said that, I would have been, okay, he's got to go.
Yeah.
You know, had Clay Helton said that, hey, man, he's got to go. Larry Smith, like these guys that were kind of just in it for a minute and then they were down the road to the next guy. USC football is one of those schools. I know it hasn't been that way for a while, but you don't get to. You know who says at least we don't get our ass kicked?
Losers.
Oregon State.
Yeah, losing teams.
Arizona.
Bad coaches.
Yeah, bad coaches. Well, hey, we're in it, and you could say the exact same thing. You could have the look. We're not having the season we want. It's completely unacceptable that we're under 500 at 4-5, but we are way closer than anybody imagines. We need to get better to finish. We need to close drives. We need to turn the ball over less. We need to compete to the final last minute because we're letting these games slip through our fingers, and that's unacceptable to me.
That's a
but
better
we're
answer.
very, very close. Our record might not look like it, but we're very, very close. And everybody goes, yeah, all right, maybe. But at least you feel like the guys – at least we can get our ass.
You got to have a rah-rah speech to go to when it's bad.
What?
I keep saying this about these coaches and players when they pop off, especially as of late. Where are your PR directors? Don't you guys have a powwow before you meet the media? What are you going to say?
Okay, let me.
They're gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Okay,
and you practice on that guy before you take it to the world.
I think you're right, and I think that would be the right way to do it. I think that'd be the smart, strategic way to do it. Ego is a son of a you-know-what.
Okay, so if you have a plan and he goes out there and goes rogue, that's on him. But I just hope there's a powwow.
I don't even
because
think,
they're going to come at you with these questions. What are you going to say?
We all know what the questions are, but it's one of the. This is I'm smarter than you. I know what I'm doing. You don't get it. I'm not. It's just ego puts people in a bad place.
Yeah,
it puts them in a bad place where they get defensive. They do all the things that because. A rational, calm, strategic, all these things that even after loss, all right, what are we going to do? All right, we're going to do that. But, hey, I'm not used to getting my ass kicked. I'm not used to losing. I'm not used to having people come in and say that I don't know what I'm doing, that this is a guy that wins 10, 11 games every single –
I'm not used to being questioned.
This is a new end of the pool for me. I'm not into the last year, well, this guy got hurt as a one-bad – now it's, hey, you're at the bottom of you're at the bottom of the conference. You have a bad football team. He doesn't know how to respond to this, and he's responding poorly.
This is why I said when he kicked the media out of practice, it's good for them and him because I don't think you know how to handle this.
Clearly.
Yeah, and it's getting worse. Now you just made a loss look even worse.
Grow up. Lincoln Riley, grow up.
Yes.
It's hard. I'll say this.
But that goes back to the ego. This is when is the last time that someone probably asked him something that he really didn't like and he didn't have an answer for it? He's
always been winning.
That's what I mean. He's winning, or at least it's close enough. It's like, well, you're not going to find anybody better than this guy. Maybe he's not in the national championship game. Maybe he's not in the Final Four.
I don't think he's ever been on the hot seat before.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oklahoma, he was a little bit at the end.
This was I've hot at Oklahoma. I'm coming to SC. SC gave him, all the money and the houses and all of the things that you need, and they hit right away. Right? Caleb Williams comes in, wins a Heisman Trophy. It's like, hey, look, we're off to the races. They've been bad since then, somewhere between mediocre to bad, and you don't get to be bad at SC.
That's why I like Sean McVay going through 5-11. He was so honest. Like, I don't know. I have never been here. This sucks. I'm not going to give you a bunch of rah-rah. We're bad. We need to get better, and that's it.
This is me looking at it from a distance, and it's putting together what you said, Emily, and it's putting together what you've told me about Sean McVay, and having just watched Sean McVay every game for 8 seasons now. Sean McVay is entirely confident in his own abilities.
Oh, yeah.
Sean McVay believes that his methodology works, that his motivational tactics work, his organization works, his ability to hire the right coaches works. Sean McVay believes in what he's doing at the most productive level, not to the level of arrogance that I can't do any wrong, but this works. I'm going to trust that this works.
Right.
And so when it stops working, he's able to evaluate what isn't working. Lincoln Riley doesn't have that confidence. Lincoln Riley has I've had better players than everybody for a long time.
Yeah.
I've had better facilities. I've been able to do these things, and I'm good at it. But the second it got hard, it's, okay, now what? And he hasn't figured out what to do. Now what? After it got hard,
you better figure something out.
You better figure it out quick. But that's it. Sean
you're
McVay
going to start losing kids. They're going to start hitting that transfer portal.
Why would you go to SC right now?
That's what I'm saying. You're going to start losing kids and kids and your recruits, the guys that want to go there. No, I'm not sure if I want to go there with you. I've never met Lincoln. I've been in the same field with him because his kids were playing softball with mine. I would love to talk to him. But back to the PR. When Puka Nacua was answering questions about getting thrown out, he was giggling through it. And it wasn't very professional how you handle those questions.
Yeah.
And then Artist Twyman, the PR director, moved within his sight line, and all the laughter went away. Like, this isn't funny.
Right.
This is not how you answer these questions.
Right. This is a serious moment.
This is a serious moment. Take it seriously. This is something you have to do. So I don't know what some of these guys are doing, and maybe Lincoln Riley is just going rogue, but this is a poor way to answer for a season that's going into the tank.
They're
right
under
now.
500. They got Nebraska, Notre Dame, and UCLA left.
Yes.
Okay, and UCLA beat Nebraska, so who knows? They're maybe a little bit better, playing a little better. You still think SC would be able to do that. Notre Dame's legitimately good, and Nebraska, who the heck knows what they are?
What
right
if the
now.
Bruins beat them?
I mean, it's a rivalry game. Washington State beat the Huskies.
What if the
stuff
Bruins
happens?
Beat them? Oh my God! Yeah, at 90. Would you eat 90 million?
You can't.
Yeah, you can in a heartbeat. You've got money.
91 million.
You've got money. You can eat it if you want. It would be the worst that. It'd be the worst story in Los Angeles, but you could eat that money.
I don't think they're going to. I would be shocked if they've got other expenses at the USC campus in recent memory that they've had to dig deep to make go away and have the other things going on.
They're still paying other coaches.
Put it to you this way: I think the only reason they would can him now is if there was some scandal. And just being
something that broke.
Just being bad at football is not a scandal. It's just a bad football team.
Yeah.
Right. So I think he's back next year. I think he could lose the last 3 games of the season. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Pete will do it for free, won't he?
Does anybody do anything for free?
Pete's got a lot of money. He's fine.
Yeah.
Let me do it. I'll be the interim.
You want to work for free?
No, but I don't have Pete money, though.
The list of people that want to work for free is 0 people long. All right. Give us a call right now, 877-710-3776. That number is 877-710-ESPN. And give us your best of the NFL weekend for your chance to win a 2-night hotel accommodation, dinner for 2, and golf for 2 or bowling for 2, all at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Give us a call right now for your NFL best of the weekend. That's coming up next on the Travis DeMarco Show, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just
Park
search
Party and Play at Hollywood
ESPN.
Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park Party and Play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, Cappy, we got to talk about Prize Picks. You got me into this. I love it. I play it every single night in almost every single sport. And for those of you listening out there, it's very simple. There is a stat line for a particular player in one of those sports, and it's as simple as more or less. You pick more, you pick less on that stat line. You win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. And it's the best way to get sports action in over 30 states, including right here in California.
So here's what you do. You download the Prize Picks app. You use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. You get that $50 instantly instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. And right now, with baseball, football, basketball, soccer, and hockey going, now is a great time to play Prize Picks, George.
And again, Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. You can join over 10 million users and sign up today. Man, it's amazing. You can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes once you win.
And you're going to win. And by the way, if you don't win, don't blame me, okay? Because you're better at it than I am. Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Use our code CAPPY. Make that $5 play. Get that $50 bonus. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Great game. You got into the end zone again and again. How'd it feel?
Awesome. Like getting a new iPhone again and again. I just got the new iPhone 16 Pro today.
Really?
Yeah. And with AT&T Next Up Anytime, I can upgrade early every year.
Very nice.
Feel like an MVP again. Learn how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us and the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Offer subject to change. Additional fees, terms, and restrictions apply. $0 offer may not be available on future iPhones. Next Up Anytime feature may be discontinued at any time. See att.com/iPhone for details.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show, right here on 710 ESPN, a Monday edition, which means Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is going to help us with the best of the football weekend. Best of the football weekend. Let's get his thoughts, the Rams Super Bowl champion, DeMarco Farr, with his best of the football weekend right now.
What is up? Are you pointing to me?
I am.
Oh, for what?
You're up for your best.
Am I up
of the
already?
NFL
Oh,
weekend.
dang.
Yes.
Well, somebody stole mine.
Here's a rule.
Yeah.
When I point at you, that means
go?
talk.
Okay. Well, somebody stole mine, obviously. So I'll go back to this young defense.
Yeah.
Balling out of control. 7 sacks yesterday. And dare I say this, I haven't seen as pretty of a sack in all my years covering the Rams as I saw Braden Fisk.
Really?
The move he hit. That little inside-outside
That
fake,
good?
that quick swim,
Yeah.
bam. Geno Smith had no chance.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful move. And someone asked me this. Is Jared Verse more disruptive than Aaron Donald? And I said he might be. Strictly because he plays right end.
Okay.
You can't see him coming.
Yeah.
That's when remember the days where the right end ran the football team?
Sure.
The best player on the defense played there?
Sure.
You're going back to that era. I mean, when you have a guy you can't see coming, it makes every quarterback uncomfortable.
He's better every week.
Every week, yes.
Every week, it's like, oh, that's better than it was last week. And remember, at the beginning of the season, he's getting close. He's getting close. Now he's getting home,
yes.
And they are paying a lot of attention to him every single week.
7 sacks, 8 tackles for loss, 11 quarterback hits. My best of the week. Rams' young defense balling.
Yeah, I want to get into that a little bit more because they were absolutely terrific. The best of it for me was probably something that you're going to see for a very long time because I've been watching football a long time and I'd never seen this. I've seen guys hurdle guys before. I've seen guys, they're running, they see a defender coming and they jump up, the defender goes low and they hit the ground and they keep going. Happens occasionally. Never seen a guy hurdle a guy going backwards.
No.
and Saquon Barkley hurdling a Jacksonville defender running backwards. Like, I don't know how he saw him.
Looked
how
like
he
a Marvel movie, didn't it?
It did. It looked like something out of the Matrix where he had eyes in the back of his head and he just knew when to jump and the guy went right underneath him. He hit the ground and kept going. That was an easy one for me.
So I'm with you and most people when they say I don't pay running backs.
Yeah.
But my response is I pay for a special. I'm sure the Giants wish they had that guy right now.
Well, he's finally healthy.
I know.
He's finally playing. The Giants,
Yeah.
he was rarely healthy. I mean,
Yes.
he's always been special, but he's been rarely been healthy. and
Amazing. Yes.
He's been killing. The Rams get the Eagles in 3 weeks. So that's the one in their next quarter of the season,
Yes.
I think is the toughest part. All right, let's try a phone call here. Let's go to James in Cerritos. James, what was your best of the weekend?
What's up, fellas?
Hey.
Oh, man, it has to be Kitchens with a 103-yard pick six, man. That was awesome. And to go with DeMarco Farr, this young defense, man, I mean, it looks so explosive and exciting. I would have loved to see Donald in that mix right now, man. I mean,
God.
they look great. I mean, please. I mean, man, it's
Can you
exciting
imagine
to be in
adding
LA,
Aaron? Yeah.
Dodgers, Rams. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, James. Congratulations to you. You just won a 2-night hotel accommodation.
Nice.
You got dinner for 2, and you get to go bowling with a friend or play golf with a friend, all at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Fantasy Springs Resort and Casino, just minutes from downtown Palm
Can
Springs.
you imagine adding Aaron to this defense? Oh.
Okay, since you brought it up.
Yes. It was asked of me, like, is he more disruptive? He possibly could be.
No, not that.
What?
Not that. We'll get to that. He can come back if he wants to.
No, he's done. He's not coming back. Yeah, he's done. He's finished. He's retired.
Okay.
Yeah, he's full, as they say.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you could add him to this, oh, geez, oh, my God.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
We know he's in shape,
Yes.
and I know that he's full, and I'm not, look, Aaron Donald has earned the right to do whatever Aaron Donald would like to do, and no judgment from me. Aaron, you do what you'd like to do.
Yes.
But if you'd like to play some more football, that dude with those dudes, come on now.
Come back and just rush the passer.
I'm going to say,
you don't even have to play the run.
You don't just come
third
in
downs.
and do your thing on third
Yes.
down, do your thing whenever you feel like doing your thing. And because this was always the scenario, at least when he announced his retirement, it's like, let's see what happens. Let's get into November. Let's get around Thanksgiving. Let's see where the Rams are. Let's see what their record looks like. Let's see if they're in the mix, that maybe he could come back and just kind of be that last push to put him over the top. Well, I mean, here we are.
You know, I respect him more for saying I'm done.
Sure.
J.J. Watt came back and became a part-time player in Arizona. He was still good.
Yeah.
Like a great player.
Yeah.
But I always respected guys when they're done, they're just done. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sure.
But if he wants to,
If
he wants to come back.
I'm not. I don't think he's going to.
Yes.
I haven't heard anything, but it's just we haven't. Here's how good the defense has been. We haven't really talked about him too, and not that he wouldn't be an incredible addition, but Jared Verse and Braden Fisk, the two guys they drafted 1 and 2 last year, have had an incredible impact. JB said this in the pregame show yesterday, and I thought it was a great point. He said, give Les Snead and his group of guys an incredible amount of credit because they had to start preparing for Aaron's eventual departure, whenever it may have come. And look at what you got yesterday. You had Kobe Turner getting to the quarterback. You had Byron Young getting to the quarterback. You had Fisk and Verse getting to the quarterback.
Yes.
That all of these guys, and you're never going to replace Aaron Donald. He's one of the greats of all time. But that defense's ability to get to the quarterback is about as good as you could ask for right now, and they did it in 2 seasons.
Oh, no doubt. Michael Hoyt had a half a sack.
Yep.
Davis had a half a sack. Braden Fisk had 2. I thought he had 3. Verse had 1. Byron Young had 1. Kobe Turner had a sack. 12 tackles in his last 2 games.
Yeah.
12 tackles in his last 2 games, and gave me the most astute answer to why he was jumping off sides that I've ever heard in my life.
Hit me.
I have to have a clear mind.
What does that mean?
That was his answer. Like, I have to have a clear mind. My mind wasn't clear.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Because he's responsible for getting the front lined up. This is how you have to work when you have a safety that has the green dot.
Okay.
So the safety calls the play, and then he runs back to the middle of the field. So it's incumbent upon Kobe Turner to get the front lined up. So he's got so much going on, and then there's a hard count, and he jumped.
Yeah.
So most of it is like,
I need to have my mind clear.
Most D linemen say I have to watch the ball. He gave me the most, like, a 5-minute answer on why he jumped off sides.
That they've been able to rebuild the front of their defense in 2 seasons and do it with only 1 first-round draft pick is pretty remarkable.
No doubt. I almost forgot what a first-round end looked like because you hadn't had one in a while.
Okay, so play this out.
Yeah.
The 17th was where they picked him, right?
Who?
Verse.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so they took him at 17. If you reran the 2024 draft, there's no chance that he's available at 17.
Probably top 10, maybe top 5.
I agree.
Yes.
But if you ask the Rams if they could repick.
And Fisk is in the first round.
Right. If you could repick, they're not picking anybody different.
No.
Like, he would have gone off the board.
The other guy from Seattle, Murphy, I wanted him.
Okay.
And I'm dead wrong. I'm happy to have Verse.
That's what I'm saying.
The other guy's a wrecking machine, too.
You've got the guy that you would not trade for anybody.
Yes.
And they would take him over their guy a lot. Like, we talked about Brock Bowers a million times leading up to the draft, like how nice it would be to have him. I don't know if I wouldn't rather have Jared Verse right now.
Oof.
And Brock Bowers is good.
Oof.
He's really good. You'd rather have Bowers?
Okay, so if I have Bowers, that makes everybody on offense better.
Yeah.
Which means you're scoring a lot more
It makes
points.
everybody on defense worse.
True if you didn't have Verse.
Right.
But you might be scoring 35 points a game.
Okay. You might be giving up 40.
This is true. I know. 6 in one, half dozen in the other, but I'm happy you have verse. And this is another thing. This dude loves football.
He is a chatterbox.
Loves football. So I'm asking they're talking about when he was mic'd up. The girl that edited his sound. There's 90 minutes of stuff she can't use. 90 minutes of stuff she can't use.
That's a lot.
Right. That's
just
never heard a person talk that much in a game.
Just watching the game yesterday, he's never not talking.
No. And
like every time
one.
they cut to him, and granted, he's got a helmet on, so you can't always see his mouth necessarily, but every time you can see his face, his mouth is moving.
He's going.
He's talking.
What do I always say about him? About
You're not
Rams
gonna be able
fans?
to pay him.
Enjoy him while you have him, because when he comes up for free agency, you're not going to be able to afford him.
Okay, but you just said you'd pay special. Is he not special?
Of course he's special.
So?
He's going to want special money.
Okay.
Lots of special money.
Okay.
Just saying. You're not going to be able to afford him at some point.
Why not?
Okay, that means you don't have anything else on offense. He's going to want big bucks, and he's going to get it from somebody.
I'm not disagreeing with you there. I'm saying that if you have, let's just say, so he's first-round pick, so they're going to have him for 5 years before they have to pay him.
And then you start the franchise stuff.
Right.
Yes.
So let's say you have 4 or 5 years, and you take care of him, but let's say 4 years from now, he's the best end in the league. That's not a far-fetched scenario, right?
Right.
It's not a far-fetched scenario.
What if he costs you Puka?
It's a tough decision. I'm not saying it's an easy decision, but there are you just named 2 positions. There's 4 guys you pay. You pay the quarterback, you pay the tackle, you pay the guy that hits the quarterback, and you pay the guy that catches it from the quarterback. Those are the 4 guys. You just mentioned 2 of them. It's a tough
Hopefully,
decision.
by the time you have to pay him, you're in the same situation the 49ers are in.
Yeah.
You have a quarterback that's not making a bunch of money yet.
Yeah.
And then you can go.
Yeah, that far down the line, probably you have somebody different.
But at some point, he's going to want big dough, and he's going to get it.
Who to pay and when to pay him. It's not just the Rams. Dodgers got to do it, too. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park Party and Play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
RealFathersRights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Caught that and took it.
Rams with a big win yesterday. Back to 4-4. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think that 500 was going to be in the cards by the time we played our first game in November. And here we are. After 1-4, I'm like, oh, boy, buckle up.
See, this goes back to the trade Cooper Kupp thing. See what happens when you got all your guys back? It's a different football team.
100%.
I know. It's a whole different football team. It was hard to quantify, but he's one of your guys.
I get that.
He's your thumper.
I get that.
He's the soul of your football team. He makes everyone better.
Can I tell you something about him that just tried? Emily heard me yelling at the TV all day yesterday.
Yeah.
For all the reasons that you just said, he is one of your guys. He's the thumper. He's tough. He's physical. He's smart. He's vitally important to the success of your team.
Super professional.
Super professional.
Yes.
Can we please step out of bounds once in a while?
Cooper?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Can we please get down on the ground once in a while when the journey is over? I get that his DNA, the way that he's wired, is fight for every inch. He takes more additional hits after the play it's just about to be whistled dead, and one more whap. And there were, 4 or 5 of those yesterday? That's like, dude, just get on the – you're too important. Nobody's ever going to question Cooper Kupp's toughness, ever. He
won't change. He won't change. That's not him.
Then he'll keep getting injured.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's all been freak stuff. It's been an ankle. It's been this. It's
freak stuff every year.
But it's not like broken ribs and concussions. It's just like freak stuff ankle and hamstring. I know, but this
I
is
just
who
want
he
him
is.
to keep playing. I want him to keep impacting the game and all the great, like you're talking about. Not only is he really good, he's one of your guys. He's one of your leaders, and he just takes so many hits.
I don't think he takes any more hits than anybody else's receiver. I mean, what you have to do if you're Sean McVay is stop giving him the ball on end arounds.
Yeah.
Get him out of the run game. But the physical stuff in the middle of the field, that's going to be him and him and him.
In the middle of the field, it's a little different. Those, I'm with you.
Or on the sideline.
It's those sideline ones where he's going, and you could either keep going forward and get another half a yard or step out of bounds and save yourself that impact.
You know who else took a beating yesterday? Njigba.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, he was getting smashed. That's just part of the business. I mean, you can't protect receivers in the open field. And he's not that guy. He's not a catch and lay down type guy.
Multiple opportunities for him to take fewer hits. Not zero. It's not going to be zero. It's never going to be zero.
Yeah.
But there felt at least 3 or 4 times it's like, dude, get on the ground. Like, it's over. He's standing up. He's like,
that's just the hell of it. I mean, you're just going to have to live through it. That's the player he is.
I don't like it. I do not like it. I had a good Saturday night.
What was Saturday night?
Martinis and food.
Oh, nice.
Susan.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
Cool. What'd you do?
I went out. I had martinis, and we had a nice dinner, and then we went home and had more wine, and I watched a movie that I had.
What?
Yes. Have
What'd
you
you
watched Rebel Ridge?
No.
Have you seen it?
I did, yes.
Yeah, did you like it?
It was cool.
I liked it too.
What is it?
I'm going to give it to you in 2 words. It's Black Rambo.
With green eyes.
Rebel Ridge?
Yeah,
with green
Rebel
eyes,
Ridge.
right?
It's this guy who's there
Black
to help his
Rambo.
cousin, and he goes in. He's not.
Oh, I know this movie. Okay,
It's
yeah.
Awesome.
Who's the star?
I don't know his
Let me
name.
see. I heard of this.
Yeah, he's a badass. He goes in there and he messes people up. And
you mess with the wrong guy.
Yeah, it was one of those. I'm not bothering
yeah.
anybody. I'm just going through doing my business. Leave me
Aaron
alone.
Pierre.
Yeah.
Aaron Pierre.
I've seen this. Okay.
You saw the movie?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
yeah.
What is it streaming on?
Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. Susan liked it.
Awesome.
And it was one of those things where we're kind of trying to find a movie, and the Netflix will just start playing stuff
Autoplay,
when you kind of, and we kind of looked at each other like, you want to watch that?
Oh, he's
like,
English.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, he's an English dude.
And Don Johnson is a really, really good bad guy.
He plays the bad cop, right?
Yeah,
That's it. Okay.
It's great.
Yeah,
and he's a
yeah.
good bad guy.
And he's Mufasa? Yeah, he plays Mufasa, a young Mufasa in the Lion King film.
In the next Mufasa?
Yes. He plays the young Mufasa.
Mufasa's
In
the good
Mufasa
guy. Scar's the
coming
bad
out.
guy.
In Mufasa, yeah. So
Yes.
he's going to be he's going to be a breakout star.
Yeah, it is Rambo. It is the exact same movie with slightly different plot points, but if you're Team Rambo, you're gonna like that
I
one.
loved. You mean First Blood?
First Blood.
First Blood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I have another movie for you guys and for our audience that I'm really, really sad was only in theaters this past weekend because David Zaslav, Count Your Days, Warner Brothers head executive, because this was probably Clint Eastwood's last movie. It's called Juror Number 2. I kind of went in with it with like low expectations because like courtroom dramas are like not my bag. It's not like what I go to, but this was so good. My theater was so excited about it. It's going to be on Max soon, probably. But like the tagline for this movie is, "What if 12 Angry Men, Henry Fonda's character, was the killer?"
I'm in on that.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I'm in on that.
It's really good, and Clint Eastwood's so good. So it's really
How
good.
old is
Juror Number
Eastwood
2.
now?
174.
I think he's 94.
Come on. How dare you? Clint Eastwood's going to live forever. Come on. Come on. Make my day.
He's not.
Yes, he is. Clint Eastwood never dies.
And
Come
he's
on.
still a good director because
my
Juror
gosh.
Number 2 was fantastic.
He's 90-something, right?
He is
Yeah.
94 years old.
Yeah.
Yes. Going to live forever.
Look, I'm not going to make it to 94, nor do I really want to. But I know for sure I'm not going to be working at 94, so good for him.
Good for him.
That he's still putting
Toni
it.
Collette, Nicholas
Yes.
Hoult, Zoe Deutsch, all in it. Fantastic.
I want one more Dirty Harry film. I want one more Dirty
Was he
Harry
shooting
out of Clint
people in
Eastwood.
the nursing home?
Absolutely. Make my lunch.
Make my dinner at 3:30 in the afternoon.
Make my bed.
There was some night
I
scenes,
think
which
we're
I'm
onto
surprised
something
about.
here.
What? Dirty Harry in the...
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
see?
Dirty Harry. Somebody's dentures go missing,
you
and he's
go.
in there just shooting fools.
Go ahead.
Let's
He
do
did
it.
do like
On
a
the
Western
wire.
like 2 years ago that he starred in. I want to say it was like a stupid name.
Do you think of Dirty Harry? Is that the first thing you think of when you think of Eastwood?
Of course.
Yeah, I think of the Westerns. I like just Unforgiven. But
Yeah.
even before Dirty Harry, he was in all those. What's it? Sergio Leone spaghetti Western movies.
Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Yeah. What was the one where he put the stove thing, made himself like a little bulletproof vest underneath his poncho?
Oh, gosh.
That was terrific.
Did you guys ever watch The Mule, where he was like an old man?
Oh, yeah,
but
he was a
like,
drug runner.
Yeah,
Too
carrying
many
drugs.
sex scenes with an octogenarian in that movie. Like, look, good for you, bro. Go do your thing, but I don't need multiple sex scenes with an 80-year-old.
I think I saw The Gauntlet. That was my first Eastwood movie, The
Really?
Gauntlet.
I don't know that one.
That's when he, like, armored a bus.
Oh.
Yeah, and, like, all the cops were shooting at the bus. It was
What
great.
about
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
Which Way You Can or Any Which Way But Loose?
Oh, my God. See, I want another one. I want a remake. Come on.
Is
Right turn,
Clyde still with us?
No, Clyde's gone.
How long does Emily, little research here, please.
Orangutan?
What is the average lifespan of an orangutan?
Okay, I'll look it up.
Yeah, I bet it's 40 or 50 years.
So, Any Which Way But Loose.
Yeah.
What was the sequel?
Any Which Way You Can.
You dang right.
Yeah.
That was, and that fight was
Oh,
epic.
wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, the average lifespan of an orangutan is 35 to 40 years in the wild, but can live up to 50 years in captivity.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's still Clyde's long gone.
I love it.
Yeah.
Was I out?
Okay. here
How
you go.
long? Long enough.
Tell me the plot of that movie.
Which one?
Any Which Way But Loose.
I need money. Let's fight.
Exactly. There was no plot.
I
It
need
was a
money,
guy
let's
with a
fight.
monkey that would punch people. And it was
then-
great.
And shots of Sandra Locke. Yes, that's it.
I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying, like, every once in a while I see a movie like that was great. What was it about? I don't know.
Fighting.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. It was cool stuff.
Eastwood fights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Juror
And
number
Orville.
2, when it comes on Max, I think everybody in this room will enjoy it, and most of our listeners will.
All right.
I love Eastwood. That's my
Black
guy.
Rambo.
Yes.
Rebel Ridge. It's good.
Rebel Ridge. I'm
Rebel
going to
Ridge.
watch that.
Yeah.
I saw that. I'm like, that's First Blood.
It is.
That's okay. Same movie.
It is.
Okay. I like it.
Just leave him alone.
That might be a good name for Braden Fisk. First Blood.
First Blood.
Yeah. I said Soul Taker. That's kind of weird, huh?
He's a very powerful young man.
Quick. And he gets
And
it.
strong.
And he gets it. And he's got great coaching.
When you say the guy gets it, what do you mean by that?
He understands the game. He's not just a meathead. You've heard me say this, blind dog in a meat house.
Uh-huh.
That means he's just running around.
Running
no,
around.
he's pretty smart. He reads blocking schemes like Aaron. I think Aaron's influence has rubbed off on Kobe Turner, and that influence has rubbed off on Braden Fisk. And he's playing with his college teammate. So
Fisk made a play yesterday that on the Kitchen's second interception.
Yeah.
The tight end is on him on the offense's right side, and the tight end's going to engage and then try to release to go get that pass, right?
Yeah.
Fisk holds him. Like
Grabs
very clearly holds him,
Yeah.
which allows he can't get that release. Gino has to get rid of the ball pretty quickly, and Kitchens makes a great play. But Kirk and I were talking about it in the postgame show. That gets it kind of thing. That nobody's ever going to see that. Like
Right.
they blocked down for half a second, and he realized I can kind of grab on here, and that guy's not going to get to where he needs to go.
Okay, so you saw Stafford kind of act and got the flag for the roughing the passer.
Yeah.
When he laid there and kind of gave you the twitch.
Had that gone the other way, I wouldn't have liked that call.
But he went Lazarus on us. He was dead, and then all of a sudden he rose from the dead, right? He got the flag.
Work.
Like all quarterbacks do, you have to do that. Fisk does that too, or good defensive ends will do that because it is holding.
Yeah.
But you have to act dumb. I thought he was blocking me.
Yeah.
Right. If you act dumb, there's no flag. If you act like you know what you're doing, they're going to bang you every time.
And that was another one of those interceptions. They were inside the red zone. They
Yeah.
were getting ready to go in, and the Rams dodged another bullet. I mean, that game could have easily gone a different direction.
Yeah.
Had they kicked the field goal in overtime, had they made the
Would
PAT.
you have gone for it there if you're Seattle?
I would have kicked it.
You would have kicked the field goal.
I understand the idea
Kick
of
the field goal, go up by 3 in overtime, and a touchdown beats you, or
you win.
Or you stop them and you win the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That you and I do think it changes the way that Sean McVay attacks you, being zero. Next score wins versus I have to get 3. I think he's a little more conservative, knowing that you can get some 3, and then if 6 presents itself, you take it. But I don't know if this is just me coming from another era. Take the points. Always take the points until you have no choice but to try to do the extreme thing.
I think that McDonald knew I think he knew what was going to happen if he didn't get it. 3 points was not going to get it. Their defense was making plays, but they were barely hanging on.
The Rams offense had only scored 7 points in the second half.
They were close. They were making plays. They were there. There were some moments that they could have made plays, and they didn't. So I don't think 3 points wins the game there. I think
we'll never know.
For it. Yeah, I think you go for it. And the rule is you go for it in overtime at home, and they were doing it. But
here's why I didn't like it, too.
I thought that the Rams would go out with a field goal to win it, and let's get out of town.
Yeah.
A walk-off touchdown?
No, it was great.
That's a message.
And it was a great catch, and it was awesome. But the reason I would have kicked it is, A, I'm taking the points when the points are available, and 2, they just stuffed me on 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Like, the offensive line was not winning for Seattle. They were not winning that matchup very often.
I would have gave Walker a chance, too. That little dude's tough.
Yeah.
And all it takes is one little glancing shot. He spins off, you pick up the first down, and that game is different.
I get it. Yeah. I understand the reason to do it. I'm saying I wouldn't have. On 3rd down, I got stuffed. I'm not doing that again. I'm taking my points, and I'm going to hope that my defense can do what they've done for again. We gave up 1 touchdown in the second half.
I know. And it was inches. I'm thinking they're going to gear up for a tush push, which is hard to stop. But I can see
Philly
giving
got
the ball
stopped on the tush push yesterday.
Say again?
Philly got stopped on the tush push yesterday.
But
That's
that
like only the
little dude is
time.
one of the best backs in the league. I would have gave him a shot, but it was a great play by the Rams to get him off the field.
Glad it worked out. All right, let's talk about the Dodgers and who they bring back and who maybe they prioritize, maybe not bringing back. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Next Gen. Let's talk about what you get when you sign up for the Next Gen VIP program. Here's my favorite part about this. There's all sorts of things about member-exclusive savings, and that's a big deal. You get plumbing and safety inspections, so you have the peace of mind of knowing that your equipment at home is running at its best. You get complimentary multi-point heating and cooling tune-ups. That's a big deal. But my favorite part is a VIP guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointment. If you've ever had to call a company to get your air conditioning fixed, to get your plumbing fixed, to get your furnace turned back on, or whatever is going on there, it might be a week. It's almost guaranteed to be a couple of days with Next Gen and the VIP program, 2-hour priority service appointments. So what are you waiting for? It's just $14.99 a month, but you got to call right now. You got to call Next Gen, the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. Here's the number, 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN or nextgenaaronplumbing.com.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
I was watching the game, and I realized I don't know how to dap.
Yes, this did come up.
I am not good at dapping. I mean, some of these daps are so elaborate, they have to be planned out and rehearsed, do they not?
Secret handshakes.
Yeah, it is.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Lakers fans, take the purple and gold with you wherever you go by downloading the Lakers app, presented by BBGO. With the Lakers app, get the latest team news, live updates, in-game highlights, photos, and more. Available in the App Store for free. Don't miss any of the action as the season continues. And always be game day ready. The Lakers app has you covered. Download now to your iPhone or Android. Let's go, Lake Show.
We ask Californians why they don't vote, and the number one reason, they feel their vote doesn't count. But nothing could be further from the truth. Your vote isn't just a piece of paper, it's a powerful tool that shapes the world around you, and in turn, your health. Your health is way more than just diet and exercise. It's the air you breathe, the food, green spaces, and jobs available in your neighborhood, and your access to quality health care. You have a say in all of this. When you cast your ballot, you're voting for cleaner air, better access to nutritious food, more green spaces, good jobs and reduced stress, quality schools, and healthcare that's accessible and affordable for all. Your elected officials determine funding, pass laws, and shape policies that influence your health and the health of your entire community. The voting period has already begun and ends November 5th. For more information on how your vote impacts your health, visit myvotemyhealth.org.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Mathew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Mathew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismathew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. LA's premier card room now open 24/7. Tune in all this week to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino. That includes tailgate party passes to HPC and game day tickets at SoFi. Listen for your cue to call 877-710-ESPN and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Tailgate passes to HPC and game tickets to SoFi. Hollywood Park Casino. Park, party, and play. Must be 21 and older to enter.
You never expect a game-ending double play, walk-off grand slam in the World Series, or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star team you can call to pinch hit for you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call this number, 213-747-2000.
Don't get struck out by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation that you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team hit it out of the park for you.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
Shop Dell Technologies' early holiday savings event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Early holiday savings is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I know I'm mixing the streams. This is the Western. So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I got a couple of days coming up here in the next week or so where I'm solo.
He played every snap. Yeah.
By myself at home.
Oh, at home. Yeah. Party.
No, I'm not doing that.
What are you talking about?
No, I don't want to party.
You're alone. Party.
No.
Party at your house.
No.
Yeah.
Put yourself in my shoes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. Do I post up at like a nice place for dinner one night at the bar by myself?
Yeah.
Do I cook for
What's your address? Yeah.
You realize we're not doing a party.
Right?
Did you not just tell me a story about you and your friends fighting each other?
I didn't fight.
Party.
I was trying to break it up.
Party.
No, we're not doing a party.
Oh, yeah, we are.
I'm trying to figure out how.
I'll bring the ceviche.
My goal is to be in bed by 8 o'clock every night.
That's not going to happen.
Oh,
you got a choice.
Me.
You got a choice. Either you're going to party with us or we're going to party at your house without you.
Not a chance. Jorge's the only one that knows where I live, and he'll
You know where he lives, Jorge?
Like
yes, I do.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll bring the beer.
And Morales does
bring the Milagro.
There you go. See? There you go. Come on. We're going.
Ceviche.
You have no choice.
Oh, yes, I do.
You messed up. You trusted us.
That's a good point.
When are you going to be alone? When?
This week.
Okay. This weekend?
Not this weekend. Okay. At some point during this week, I have
Where's
a couple
Susan
of days.
going?
She and her mom are taking a little vacation.
Oh, a little girls trip?
Yeah.
Where are they going?
Yeah, San Diego.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Without you.
Without me.
Oh, boy.
I work for a living.
Is Bandit down there?
Yeah.
I think you do one day at a nice little restaurant.
It's my favorite thing.
5 p.m.
It's my favorite thing to go find a nice restaurant or a hotel bar or whatever and sit at that bar and get a nice dinner by yourself. Not like just grab something through a window or something, which I don't mind either, but just kind of post up.
Do you play on your phone? Do you talk to people? Do you watch the game? Do you sit where you can see a view?
No, I want a TV. I want a game on. So this week there's Could do Thursday. There's Laker game. There's stuff. There's stuff to do.
Post up, my man.
Won't be on Tuesday night. I know that.
Yeah.
No.
I like to be somewhere where I can view people. So if I have an option of like a street outside, and then I can like just sit in a little bar and like look like I'm not actually staring at the people across in front of me, but I like to people watch if they have the option.
But I want it to be quiet. I don't want any noise. Just very chill. I want the
Like you're
opposite
home.
of what you're looking for, DeMarco.
Wow. No. I'm telling you. If you're not home, great. Perfect. Just leave the door unlocked. For your own sake, because we're going in. We're getting in.
I get the insurance to fix my windows.
Trav, you watch The Office. DeMarco, do you watch The Office? Have you seen The Office?
Every now and then makes me laugh.
So do you know there is that one episode where Michael's preparing for news, and he doesn't know if it's going to be good news or bad news?
Oh, yeah.
And so he has his receptionist
boxes.
create these boxes of one for happy, one for sad. And then it's like there's 2 whiskey bottles. He's like, one for each.
Yeah.
And so that's me for tomorrow.
Yeah.
For the trade deadline, of course.
Yeah, it's the trade deadline. Rams are going to add. You just showed me something. DJ Moore just quit in the middle of a play.
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
Now, okay,
I've never seen that before.
I'm reading up on it. He did limp off.
Okay.
So he's got an issue, like a tweak. And then I think he stepped out. So he's not eligible anyway. So he's not part of the play. So it's kind of like defending DJ Moore.
And this happened earlier in the season, too. I think he was on the bench by himself, not in this game that just
he
happened.
wants out of Chicago. But it looks bad.
It looks real bad.
It looks really bad. This is like, you saw the other guy, the Hail Mary, that wasn't.
Yeah.
This seems like very systemic of what's going on in Chicago.
I'm going to bring it back to Sean McVay. The Rams were 1-4, and it felt like some bad stuff maybe on the horizon. Namely, Cooper Kupp might get traded, right? That some really like, okay, we are officially into rebuild mode, because if Cooper Kupp left, I think that means that Matthew Stafford shortly thereafter, whether it was at the end of the season or whatever, would probably be down the road. And you're in the middle of a rebuild. And that isn't a lot of fun, right? It's necessary sometimes, but it's not a lot of fun. McVay kept everybody competitive, kept everybody together. You never see stuff like this with his teams.
Oh, no.
Guys will make a mistake, and that's fine. Like Puka made a mistake yesterday, but I'd bet a lot that Puka's not going to do something like that again.
No, you only see stuff like that out of certain coaches.
That's what I'm saying. That the Rams got the guy that not only is a great coach, but a guy that can coach really good players, but also keep guys on the right page when stuff isn't going right.
Yeah,
it's invaluable.
Oh, he's look. I was put to a test, and Vermeil is my ultimate coach because we won with him, and he's the greatest leader of men I ever met. But I say you might be a close second to what I'm seeing now with Sean McVay. This is the greatest era of Rams football that you will ever see, that we'll ever see in our lifetime.
And it's because of him.
It's because of him and his culture and everything that he brings. He feels like he's never out of the fight.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's never out of the fight. No matter what, no matter who he has, no matter what he's going with, he's never out of it. And that permeates the entire locker room.
You know what else he does that a lot of people say it, but I almost never believe it, and I believe it with him.
Yeah.
I didn't do a good enough job. I need to put us in a better position to succeed. Like you'll hear coaches take responsibility, but it's almost with one of those, this isn't my fault, right? That guy threw it to the wrong guy.
Oh, yeah.
That if that guy would have held on to the ball, it wouldn't happen. If that guy wouldn't have jumped,
we're not getting our asses kicked.
There you go. That guy wouldn't have jumped off sides. They'll say what they're supposed to say, but rarely do I get the sense that they actually.
I've never heard him, even in private moments, throw any player under the bus ever, and that is rare. Even coaches, when they let their hair down, will throw guys under the bus.
Yeah.
Never, ever, not once.
They've been competitive from the moment he got here. They had a bad year after the Super Bowl at 5-12. They turned around and went to the playoffs next year.
Remember Dan Campbell saying we'll bite kneecaps?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that was a nice, what he said. It was a great soundbite. I actually believe it with Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Like he will never, ever quit.
Ever. They were 3-6 last year.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford was hurt. The season was over.
Yeah.
They go to the playoffs. They're 1-4 this year. Cooper Kupp is hurt. Puka Nacua is hurt. Avila is hurt. Jonah Jackson's hurt. Darius Williams missed the first chunk of the season. Like, important players to your team are gone. They're 4-4. Now, look, they're still just as good a chance they miss the playoffs as they make it. 4-4 is not a guarantee for anything, but that you're going into November right smack in the middle of the fight is a great testament to what he's done.
What's his name? He was here last year. He's with Seattle this year. Oh, my gosh. I want to say Pease. He was a coach. He was here last year. He's in Seattle, and he was walking around saying how much he enjoyed working for the Rams and learning under Sean McVay.
Yeah.
And was telling other coaches, congratulations, like you're on the staff. I think he told Scott Frost that.
That's another great point.
Congratulations, you're on the staff. Like you're going to learn something about football.
It's such another. Think about the brain drain that goes on there almost every year.
Big time.
Almost every year, guys are leaving to go become head coaches or coordinators at other places, and usually head coaches, and he's got to replace them. Every year, you've got to replace a good chunk of your
Zach
staff.
Robinson's running an offense in Atlanta. Nate Scheelhaus, the Illinois quarterback, is here now.
Yeah.
I would bet dollars to donuts eventually he's going to be an OC within the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Based on being here and learning this offense.
To be able to do it once or twice, okay. To be able to do it over and over and over again, that's a special
His coaching
talent.
tree is unreal. I know.
Bill Walsh had a coaching tree when he had white hair.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Right.
Andy Reid has a coaching tree, and he's bald.
I know.
Right? And Pete Carroll or whoever, take your pick. Bill Belichick, he's in his 70s.
Yes.
Sean McVay's not even 40, and he's got a coaching tree.
It's insane. Yes.
And I guarantee you, if he got beat, he would not say, hey, at least we didn't get our ass kicked.
Not in a million blanking years. What a pathetic quote that is. That's just a bad look.
That's
Factor
horrible.
Caps coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Dating Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
When I'm listening to the radio and I'm punching around the dial, I tend to land on the station that has the most energy. That's usually us. We usually have the most energy.
We are an energetic radio
station.
station.
This is energy.
We want to pull you through the radio and make you feel it.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, guys.
Aloha.
Thanks, Joe.
Bonjour, in the spirit of the USC women's basketball team.
At the Affleck we play.
We.
Anyang.
USC is up 52-43 against Ole Miss in Paris. They're having their season opener right now. They're just killing.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Go ahead.
What?
Why do the women play 4 quarters and the men play 2 halves? It bothers me tremendously.
I do
Why
not
are you
know.
asking these questions?
Yeah.
I do not know
Basketball's
the answer.
played in quarters.
Why are you asking these
Why are the
questions?
guys still playing 2
Why
halves?
is the sky blue?
Bothers
Come
me.
on.
Well, it's because the light gets refracted at a certain time of day. I actually know the answer to that one, but yeah.
Come on.
And also, you talked about your perfect afternoon. I had
Yeah.
my perfect evening on Friday. I went to see Juror Number 2 at the Century City Mall, but I got 2 glasses of wine at
Well
Zinc
done.
beforehand, and probably pricier than I typically go for, but I was like, heck, it's a Friday, and
Treat
I got
yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Treat myself. I did my little New York Times games, and then I got to the theater with enough time to get my Diet Coke and sat down on my seat, and then no one was sat next to me. It was beautiful.
Glorious.
All right, so over the weekend, yesterday actually, in fact, was the New York City Marathon. And it's a huge deal, as most marathons are. People go outside. They have fun signs. Some New York Yankee fans had signs that said, "Run faster than Garrett Cole ran to first." Another sign said, "Keep going. This can't be worse than the Yankees in the 5th inning." So, obviously having some fun there. But I had just a gross amount of people running the marathon on my timeline and my Instagram. And I just think running a marathon in any way, shape, or form is a cry for help. Travis, Factor Cap.
Cap. I think it's something I would like to try to do at some point in my
Has
life.
a sane person ever run a marathon?
Yes. I understand what you're getting at, and there is a certain type of person that becomes the marathon person that is a very specific type of
Wait,
guy.
it'll fix it.
Yeah, it doesn't. But I'm always impressed when I hear that somebody can run marathons. It's an incredible physical achievement to be able to do something like that, and I would like to try it at some point. I don't know if I ever will, but I would like to check that off the list.
My response is, congratulations on your marathon. Are you doing okay?
I'm going to go Cap. I'm
Yeah, I did
actually
too.
thinking about the LA Marathon.
Yeah.
I really
in
am.
March?
I'm thinking
Are
about the
you
LA
doing
Marathon.
okay?
I've run 3 times since.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Knees, hips,
Yeah.
good?
So 2 5Ks.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad times, and
Okay.
the hips and the knees are holding together. So it's something that's been on my bucket list forever.
Me too.
It's not just running it. I want to cross the finish line.
Yeah.
I want to do. I want to climb that mountain.
Yeah,
I really
walk
do.
a little, run a little, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, people in here that have run marathons, they say it's the most gratifying experience to cross that finish line. I want that for my life.
I've never heard someone that has finished one that's like, I wish I hadn't have done that.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard that before.
No
but
doubt.
I will also, my brother runs marathons, and I've gone to watch him compete in them. Here's the truth,
Yeah.
my friend. There aren't a lot of guys that look like you and me running
No.
those marathons.
And
there just aren't.
You have to embrace suffering. I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Jorge.
Yeah, John Chin did what? Like, he does it
He's
every
done 'em all.
year. He's done them all. So,
Everything.
He would wake up early, and I'm like, why, bro?
Dude, he's running those
Why?
ultras on the weekends.
Yes. Okay, funny story. So there's a shoe store in Pasadena. It's called Run With Us. And then my cousin happened to work there. So once I told John, I was like, "Oh, my cousin works there." He's like, "Oh, I've got to go in there for my hookup, big dog."
Yeah.
That's how big John, John
Nice.
was. But yeah, it's something I would want to cross out as well.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think I can, prepare for it because I'm just not gonna go through the
You
pain.
got to
but-
train a lot, man. It's
yeah,
hard.
A lot.
No thanks.
Yep.
But you can walk it, right? What's the limit? 6 hours?
6 hours.
Yeah.
That's really
Still fast
That's
walking.
walking.
You can
really
still walk
fast.
and run,
25
though.
miles?
Yeah.
26?
Yeah.
26.2.
Yeah.
And when any of you happen to do it, I will just check in and make sure you guys are doing okay.
fast
I just
mile,
care about
then
your
walk a
mental
mile.
health, and hopefully this is not. It's not a Band-Aid. It's you got to get to the deep-rooted issue there. All right, so I was listening to the Countdown to Kickoff on ESPN National with Myron Metcalf and Matt Jones. I love this show. It's one of my favorite pregame. I listen to it every weekend. So they took a caller from Michigan, and he wanted to talk about the Chargers. And Matt Jones has a funny response to him being a Charger fan, and then I'm going to play this clip for you guys, okay? So this is a caller into the show.
As a Chargers fan, is it a sad existence? Because, like, you're the only one. So do you hate that there's no, like, communal part of it?
Not at all, because, I mean, I got Justin Herbert tattooed on my leg at the store. He's the greatest.
Whoa, hold on a second.
Did you really?
When did you make that decision?
Yes.
You have a Justin Herbert tattoo?
Yes, as Thor.
You have Justin Herbert as Thor on your leg?
Yes.
Wow.
Is there a different Thor that maybe you're thinking of, like the Thor you're talking about?
The Thor. He's got the hammer in his hand and everything.
All right, hang on just a second. I need to see this. Do you have Twitter, sir? Do you
gotta
have,
send
you have
that.
Twitter?
I got Facebook.
I don't know. I know your age just by that response. I know exactly how old you are.
All right, so that's Matt and Myron. You can catch them leading up to the Rams countdown to kickoff most Sundays. But my statement is, you put yourself in their shoes. Your friend or loved one wanted to get a Justin Herbert tattoo as Thor, Justin Herbert as Thor on their leg. You would know what to say to them. DeMarco Fetricap.
I would know what to say, or
you would know what to say to your friend.
I wouldn't say anything. I might just slap you. Are you out of your mind? Are you really? A tattoo of a guy as Thor on your leg? We got issues. No. Definitely cap. Yeah.
All right, Trev.
What's the question again? I'm confused.
So if your friend or loved one come to you and say, "Hey, I'm really interested in having this. I'm going to get this Justin Herbert tattoo on my thigh, on my upper thigh, as just as Thor." You know your response to that person.
Sure. Yeah. In fact, I know my response would be, do whatever you want. It's not my leg.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Bobby comes to you. He wants to get.
If I said, look, I let my children be adults when they're adults. I'd say I think that's really stupid, but. Go get it.
There's no way.
Go get it.
Not happening.
What, are you going to tackle him?
Yes.
You know, lock him in a jail cell?
I would go not under my roof thing. I don't
He
know.
doesn't live under my roof.
Somewhere, something. Oh, come on. I don't believe that guy. There's no way that guy has
I will show you the
Let me help you, my friend.
Thor.
Let me help you.
Is there a picture?
I don't know about that. Here, let me just tell you this. When I was working for Jim Rome, we went to Albuquerque to do an event. There was a guy at the event that had a tattoo of Jim that ran from his knee to his ankle. There's like Jim in a suit.
A tattoo of Jim Rome from knee to ankle.
Yes.
I just sent the picture to all of you guys because Matt Jones put it on his Twitter.
They're out there, DeMarco. They're out there, and there are a lot of them.
This is why we have gated communities. Yes.
All right, Jorge, what do you think?
Anthony, when are you gonna get your Thor tattoo? Because he's the first one that said, "Hey, how good are the Chargers?" He's like, really good.
Yeah,
during
right.
our meeting. So Anthony, let me know when you get yours, and you're the
there
one
it
paying
is.
for it, bro.
There it is, DeMarco.
He really does have come on.
Oh no,
man.
I believe that he had it.
I did not believe. I did not believe him.
There's a lot of people out there that are pretty weird.
Oh my god.
All right, so I think this happens either at all Vikings games or just
That's
some
a
games.
bad tattoo, by the way.
Oh, agreed. Not a great tattoo.
Like it's not only is it a bad concept, it's poorly executed.
What if this was your dad?
I wouldn't
or
tell
this
people
was your
that.
husband.
Yeah, it's not for me, but that's just a bad tattoo.
You're taking Justin Herbert to bed with you every night.
You got
I think he's okay with that.
my friend.
I'm just saying, that's so weird.
All right, I got one more for you guys. So at the Vikings, at the halftime of the game yesterday, they decided to have a children versus mascots game at halftime. So it's like the mascot. So it's the Vikings, it's Colts mascot, it's a couple other ones in there, and they were playing against like a little league football team. I don't know if it's called Pop Warner.
Pop Warner, yeah.
So they're playing, and these mascots, specifically the Colts mascot, is not playing easy on these kids and started getting in a fight with one of these kids, and these kids are ganging up on him. They rip off his shirt and stuff. It's really funny, and he does a thing with like how those big-bellied mascots will like show their belly or whatever. I think I laugh every time I see these because these mascots are not going easy on these kids. They're not going to hurt them. They're just having fun.
Sure.
So when you play with kids around boys around like 7, 8 years old. You play hard on kids in terms of like you're not going to back down. Jorge Fetricap.
Fact. Andres, my nephew, Lucas, my nephew, all these, man, when we play baseball, whatever.
You dunk on them?
Yeah, you dunk on them. You got to hit the home run. You got to hit it out of the house, out of the yard. You can't.
What if they start crying?
Big deal. Go sit down.
Go see your mama.
You'll get over it. Go tell your mom. Tell her I said hi.
Travis?
I'm going to win, but I don't know if I'm going to, like, take it to him, but I'm going to win.
No doubt.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to, like, if we're playing basketball, I'm playing against 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
I'm not going to beat them 45-0, but I'm going to win. That's for sure.
I'm not going to lose.
Yeah, you don't get to
Definitely.
beat me until you can beat me.
Yes.
And by the way, I think once the kids get a little older, they appreciate that. Like,
Of course they do.
My younger son, who's almost 19,
Yeah.
there are still certain things that he can't beat me at, and it drives him crazy. And I know that when he finally does, it's going to mean a lot to him.
It's
But
gonna be awesome.
I am never giving it up until they earn it, ever.
Did you ever see Marshawn Lynch when he came out of retirement and started practicing against the high school?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So, boys, definitely. I'm clubbing. I'm going at it. Yep. Girls, I'll rough you up a little bit.
You're still going to win.
A little bit. I might let you win, but I'm going to rough you up a
You're
little bit.
going to let him win?
Yeah. Might let him win. Yeah.
Not me.
Absolutely. You got to teach him.
Nah, Mike that never wins.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nope. You'll win when it's time for you to win. Until then,
that's
my
absolutely.
house. We're going to do it like that. Factor Caps brought to you by the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. You've got many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. Here's the number, 213-747-2000. That's the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. If you are injured in an accident, there's only one call you need to make, and that's to Joe. 213-747-2000, or you can visit normandlegal.com. Let's talk about the Dodgers. Who's coming? Who might be going, DeMarco? That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park Party and Play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
With code 710 at travismatthew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives. We partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
NextGen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. NextGen, the absolute best in the biz, with thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Looking for game-changing deals on your home? Call NextGen. Right now, ESPN LA listeners can book a drain cleaning for just $88. That's right. For just $88, you can keep your plumbing in top shape and ensure that you're game day ready. So don't miss out. Call 833-3 NEXGEN today to take advantage of this limited time offer. NextGen is the name you can trust for home comfort and reliability. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. 833-3-NEXTGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule your $88 drain cleaning appointment today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
fresh off a Thursday night football win over the Minnesota Vikings, the Rams will be back for another primetime matchup under the lights from Monday Night Football as they take on the Miami Dolphins on November 11th. Bring the energy and pack the Rams house. You don't want to miss this electric primetime matchup. Tickets are on sale now at therams.com/MIA. Again, that is therams.com/MIA to watch your LA Rams face off against the Miami Dolphins November 11th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
Good morning, Doctor.
Doctor?
Hi, Doctor.
Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Freddie, meet Gibby. I've watched it. I bet you I've watched it 100 times. And maybe of those 100 times I've seen it, 50 are because I pulled it up because I wanted to see it, and the other 50 were just you just ran into it somewhere.
And I've been seeing it with like different edits, different songs being played in the background.
Payoff? Because we were asking questions. Who's the real number 5 for the Dodgers? Freddie or is it Seager?
Seager, yeah.
Yeah. Did they ask you?
No.
Who is the real number 5? Consensus is Freeman because of what he just did. Like he just passed Seager because of the Grand Slam.
It's hard to not pick Freddie because it happened a week ago.
Yeah.
Corey Seager was so good for the Dodgers.
Yes.
And the year they won the World Series, he was so amazing for them. You know, it's almost exactly the same thing because Seager wins the World Series here, is the reason you won the World Series here, is the NLCS MVP, the World Series MVP. And then he leaves because, look, that happens. No big deal. You know, not everybody makes a deal. He goes to Texas and wins again and is the reason they win again. It's exactly what happened to Freddie.
Yeah.
Freddie's in Atlanta, homegrown guy, wins the World Series, wins an MVP, is their guy, leaves because they can't come to a deal, and then immediately goes somewhere else and wins another World Series.
Does it again, yeah.
I don't think there's one that's there's no wrong answer there. I don't think there's a right answer. I think they're almost exactly the same. The difference, I guess, is...
Yeah.
Now, the more I think about it, Freddie by a hair, because Freddie's going to the Hall. If Freddie Freeman never played another baseball game the rest of his life, he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's not true of Corey Seager.
Okay.
So that's why
the Hall of very good.
He's terrific. He gets hurt a lot. He misses a ton of time. And I love Corey Seager. He was one of my favorite Dodgers when he was here. But if Corey Seager's career ended today, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
In the Hall of Fame.
Freddie Freeman is.
And I think it's also because Corey Seager's run was not in front of fans.
Could have been.
Like for that World Series run, and Freddie did it in front of this sold-out Dodger Stadium, Game 1. Yeah.
What I said was you shouldn't say Freeman so fast.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it.
I think your face is what most people's faces were like, oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
It should not be easy to answer
No,
that
it's
question.
not. It's like I said, if you said or Corey Seager, I'm like, oh, no, it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
I'm listening.
Good arguments
I'm
on both
listening
sides.
to it.
I wonder how that paid off. I'll find out. Yeah.
So, the World Series ends, and this is why sports is both awesome and brutal. You win the World Series, and it's already, okay, what's next? What are you going to do next year?
Back.
Are you going to run it back?
Yeah.
You know this. It's never the same team. It changes every year.
With baseballs?
Yeah.
Baseball, you can run back pretty much the same team.
Not very
Football,
often.
you cut 30% every year no matter what.
Bullpen's almost always going to be different.
Okay.
Your starting rotation is frequently different. And if there's 8 starters, okay, take the pitcher out of the mix.
Yeah.
8 starters, If you got 5 of them back, that's pretty good. And maybe 4 is probably a little more good. Well, not on this team right now. So the Dodgers are first base is going to stay the same.
Yep.
Catcher is going to be the same.
Yep.
Mookie will be the same wherever he plays.
Wherever he plays.
Okay, so that's 3.
Yeah. Is Teoscar coming back?
He's a free agent.
Okay.
Tommy Edman will be on this team next year, and he will start in one of those spots.
Why
so
people were saying no Soto, sign Teoscar.
So Tommy Edman will play center field or shortstop or both. Max Muncy will be at third.
Yes.
So you got but second base is up in the air. Who's that?
Max Muncy. Oh, you found him? Oh, he was missing. Okay.
He was good in the NLCS. How about that? Let's focus on the
back. I love
Gavin
Max,
Lux. You know, I think they could do a lot better than him. I'm not a fan. And just leave it at that.
Okay.
Probably a nice guy. Not a fan of his game. And then Teo in left field. So Teoscar is the one. He's 30. And double check this for me. I think he's 33. So he's not a young player. He had a great season.
Yeah.
He's wildly popular in the clubhouse. He's still
32.
really good. 32.
He's 32.
But somebody's going to offer him multiple years with a lot of money. The
Who's
question is,
offer him that?
Somebody always does.
Okay.
And here's the thing.
And he's the champion right
It
now.
only takes one, right?
True.
And so the Dodgers aren't going to give him if he had 1 year, I think it was like $23 million or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's say somebody comes in and says, "I'll give you 3 years at 25."
It depends
Dodgers
on who
aren't doing
is.
that.
If it's the Angels, you say no.
If
and
it's
you stay with the
$75 million
Dodgers.
bucks,
You stay with the Dodgers. If it's close,
but what if it's not? What if the Dodgers come and look? We'll give you another 1 year deal at 25, and there's 75 sitting over there.
okay. So my close is if it's within $5 million.
Yeah, that's $50 million bucks.
That's crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But
I'd love to see him come back.
Of course.
I want to see him come back.
Yes.
I hope they can find a way to do it. And it did sound like he was open to doing some sort of hometown deal.
Discount. Yeah.
And the Angels are the perfect because
he said he wanted to come back.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He's excited
But
for
so
it.
does everybody at the parade.
But you know what's funny about him, Em? He seemed considering how
really wanted to come
emotional
back.
he was at the parade, that this is somebody, everywhere he's gone, he's been well liked. And he chose the Dodgers because he wanted a chance to win. There are a lot of places he could have gone on a 1 year deal.
Yeah.
He chose LA because he wanted to win, and it hit. Dodger fans love him. His teammates love him.
Sometimes that's more valuable than money. I mean, you take the money, you go someplace else, and they don't know you.
Yeah.
And the minute you hit the skids, they throw you under the bus.
Yep.
Yeah. You've built up equity here. Why would you leave that?
The Angels are a great example because the only way the Angels get a guy like this is to do a bad deal. Because if it is close,
Overpay.
right?
Yeah.
If it is close, why would I go to your garbage team when
Right.
I could stay on this really good team? Why would I ever
You're
do
not
that?
gonna win.
But if
Yeah.
it's $50 million over market, yeah, I'll go play for
You
your
have to
garbage
take
team.
that.
I'll go do it. But you're right. Then it's like, well, you're not a $50 million player. It's like,
How many
I'm
times have
aware.
you seen that happen?
All the
You
time.
get paid like you're the savior, and you're
Yeah.
really not that guy.
But also at the parade, everyone's riding high. I mean,
Yep.
look back to the Rams after they won the Super Bowl. You give Cooper Kupp, you give Aaron Donald, and you give Matthew Stafford
Yep.
their new deals. And Cooper Kupp's deal, while he's so valuable, he's really expensive now because you signed him right after the parade. He will never be more expensive than at that time.
There's going to be here are the guys that you'd like to see stay, but that you can't pay all of these guys. Okay, so I'm just going to throw them all out there, and we can kind of go in them individually. You want Teoscar, you want Bueller, you want Kike, you want Blake Trinan, you want all of these guys to
Wait,
stay.
hold on. You said Kike?
Kike,
Yep.
Bueller, Teoscar, Trinan. And there's probably even one or two others that you'd like to see stay. You know, you could go a little bit deeper.
My
in it.
priorities would be Bueller and Trinan.
I think you're right.
That would be my priorities.
The last guy on that 4-man list
Definitely him.
is who?
I thought you meant the last guy. Trinan is my first.
I think you're right.
I gotta have him
Bueller
back.
or Trinan. It's really close for me.
Yes.
It's really close
Then
for me.
those two folled by Teoscar.
Yes.
Yes.
Kike's last. As
Yes.
weird as it sounds, and as good as he was for them, you could probably get him back at some point again, right? Like he's always going to be welcome to come back. They brought him through 2 different times.
If you want to cycle through, take the money. I'll get you back later.
Let's talk about Trinan on the other
Okay.
side, because I think this is a fascinating one. And I agree with you. I think if he's not 1, he's 1A behind Bueller. And both of those guys, there's a lot of reasons to do it, and there's a lot of reasons to give him a hug, tell him you love him, and say good luck in your next
Firm
spot,
handshake.
buddy. Yeah, that's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
The Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Yeah. Definitely running with the soldiers on this one.
Little breaking NFL news real quick. According to Adam Schefter on ESPN, Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott is expected to miss several weeks with the hamstring injury that he suffered yesterday against the Atlanta Falcons. Several weeks.
Blow it up, Jerry.
Yep, right?
Blow it up, Jerry.
I mean, is this not your opportunity to really kind of just hit the button?
Yeah, Jerry mismanaged this roster. He blew it. They were winning like 12 games a year. They were there, and it's hitting the skids. It's time to blow it up and start over.
The next couple games for the Cowboys are Eagles, Texans, Commanders, Giants, Bengals. That's the next one.
Other than the Giants, they probably lose all those games.
Time to go.
Yeah.
They really stunk. They stunk it up.
It goes back to the offseason, and who knows? There's ripples on a pond effect here. That Derrick Henry's not a Cowboy is just shocking.
And what he said, what Jerry said about Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't fit. What do you mean he doesn't
Derrick
fit?
Henry fits everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't
fit.
fit.
Like that's crazy.
What? Yeah, that doesn't make sense
and
at all.
Ezekiel Elliott fits? Like, what are we doing here?
Derrick Henry has made the Ravens, who are already really good, look even better. Like if Derrick Henry fits everywhere. So you're in the
Ravens
locker room.
Put on a clinic. A clinic.
Yeah, they're really good.
Ugly, yes.
They're really good. What do you do? Do you fire Mike McCarthy?
Yes.
I mean, because it's that time of year. Dennis Allen got it today.
Yes.
The Raiders OC got it today.
I hate calling for people's jobs, but it's in football you have to.
It's just life in the league.
I
don't want a guy that's working a factory line to lose his job. But you get paid like this. This is the life you've chosen. You get fired. You move on to the next one.
If I were Jerry, I would give him the dreaded vote of confidence, and then give him one more week.
Yeah.
If I don't see a turnaround or at least some improvement, we got to start over.
What happened? What, take me through it. You're on the team that you just lost your quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a running back that was left home for disciplinary reasons. You've got Diggs, who is chirping.
Yeah.
You've got Mike Parsons, who's not available.
Yes.
CeeDee Lamb is injured as well.
This is called football hell.
Yeah. What's the vibe in the locker room?
It's football hell. It's where you don't want to be. I mean, you've got. Usually you got people coming together trying to win, like the Rams did in Seattle. You bring it together and you try to win. The opposite is also true. People are out for themselves. When you see this, when it's all going down, when the Titanic starts to sink, everybody's heading for the lifeboats. That's what you're seeing in Dallas right now. So if you see this and you can recognize it, it's time to pull the lever and start over.
Do you start evaluating your guys?
First, you start with the coach.
Yeah.
And then you see what reaction you get from the players. And then you start evaluating your players. That's usually how it works in the NFL.
This is the time of year. And this just, if Dak were still healthy, you probably just keep it rolling, right? Just hope that you find your groove, get a little
What choice
lucky.
do you have? You just paid him.
Right.
Yeah.
But now that he's down, it's like, boom.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can hit the reset button now if you're Jerry Jones. But I bet you this. I bet you he won't. He's so prideful he won't do it. He won't admit that he's gone the wrong way.
How old's Jerry Jones? 81, 2, something like that?
He's not that much older or younger
82.
than Clint Eastwood.
Just turned 82.
Just turned 82.
Yes.
And he appears, I don't know, but he appears healthy enough, right?
Oh, yeah, he's still moving around. Yeah.
So he's got some time, but he's not 52 or 62 or even 70. At some point, if you want another one, you may have to swallow a little bit of that pride and let someone else kind of come in and
hire a GM.
Hire somebody that's not as emotionally invested in it, that can look at it a little bit more analytically.
Hire a GM, and I mean, if you want a quick fix to Dallas, go hire Belichick.
I was just going to say, is Belichick not the easy off-ramp here?
As long as, I would bet, I don't know, I'm not speaking for Belichick, but as long as Jerry says, I'll back away, he'll probably take the job. Because Belichick in Dallas is dangerous. Unlimited resources, the number one franchise in professional football. Oh, yeah, he'll do it.
Do they have enough good players?
I think they do.
Yeah.
I do. I still think they've got some good players.
I don't doubt that Bill Belichick knows what he's doing, obviously.
There'll be some tweaks here and there, but yeah.
Like, at some point, you need kind of the basic elements of success. Like, I don't know if that quarterback's good enough.
Dak?
And you just paid him. You're not getting out underneath that anytime soon.
CeeDee Lamb is great.
CeeDee Lamb is very good. Micah Parsons is very good.
I think he's good enough to win with.
Okay.
He is. I think he's good enough to win with. He really is. I think just the rudder's off the ship. That's just the way it goes. And I've been there, man. Like I told you, there were guys that showed up
with the
to
U-Haul?
our last game, our first year or second year in St. Louis, in U-Haul trucks. And we had a shot for the playoffs. It is the worst when you're in football hell.
It's got to be so weird when the person that is at least presumably your leader, the head coach, their job status is just an open speculation constantly.
And you're constantly answering questions about his job security.
Yes, and it's a real question. It's not like a theoretical exercise. I don't even know if this guy's going to be here next week. Like, I don't know. Like, do I sell out for this guy? Then what does he want? That's what I mean.
Imagine
it's such
the
a
team
weird
meeting
deal.
when he's trying to get you motivated, and you're like, I'm not even sure we're going to be here next week.
Right.
Yeah, it stinks.
He will or will not be here next week. Let's talk about some of these Dodger guys. I'm with you, DeMarco. I think Trinan is the most interesting of the group because when he's on, nobody hits him.
Yeah.
It really is as simple as that. Now, the scary part is he's hurt a lot. The scary part is that bullpens are weird. That sometimes guys that just come back the next year, they're just not the same guy.
Dude. Yeah.
They leaned on these guys really, really heavy. But without him, they do not win the World Series.
No
they
doubt.
just
No doubt.
simply are not World Series champions without Blake Trinan. And I wonder, the Dodgers are so good. This is just kind of like McVay and Snead. They're pretty good at saying him, not him. Him, not him. Like, this is the one we make the exception for, but we're following our math here. And I think he falls right in between these two things.
Wow.
The guy that you love and, hey, man, we're going to give you a little extra because we love you and we need you, as opposed to, hey, we got the last drop of juice out of that thing.
Yeah.
Let it walk out the door. He's right in between those two things.
He's damaged now, and let him go. But wouldn't he be your closer in days gone by?
Yeah, but they don't do it like that anymore.
I know, but back in the day, he would be your closer.
He has been, and he was that in Oakland. He's phenomenal when he's healthy, but he's frequently unhealthy. It's another year older. You just burned a ton of rubber off that tire.
That's 1 and 1A. Okay, so Walker Buehler, I guess, would be. I gotta have him back.
No, you don't. Can I try to tell you why you don't?
But the same is how I felt about Kupp. Like, he is your ticker, your thumper. I gotta have that back in my clubhouse.
So
unless you got another one,
if that's why you're bringing him back, I'm with you.
Yeah.
If you're bringing him back for the emotional play, I'm with you.
Okay. With all due respect, don't take this the wrong way, but if I can carry Kershaw, I can carry Walker Buehler. If it's just for the rah-rah, I could bring him back for that.
DeMarco, that's a great point. And I don't have a good snappy. They have carried him for a year or so.
Yes.
And he's still a very effective pitcher when he's around, but you're right. And Buehler has skins on the wall, for lack of it. He's got
scalps.
He just did it.
Yeah.
He just did it.
Yes.
And he did it again, and he is your heart and soul. And if that's why you want to do it, they got to the whole project. They have to tender him an offer, and then it's going to get complicated. But somebody's going to want to pay him after what they saw. If your play is, hey, listen, we need somebody who's a wild card. The Dodgers are super buttoned up. They're not a super emotional team, and he is an emotional guy, and we need somebody like that. Cool.
The Donnie Wahlberg of the group.
Here's why you're a Wahlburgers fan?
I'm just saying he tried to be the hard guy of the group, but go ahead.
Here's why you might not.
Yeah.
Just from purely baseball thing, and this is okay. Here's what the Dodgers are going to have on their team next year. These are guys that are under contract. Okay, they're on your team. Shohei Ohtani. These are all pitchers. Yamamoto, Glasnow, Gonsolin, May, Miller, Kershaw, Sheehan, and Ryan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 pitchers.
Nine pitchers.
Starting pitchers. That's 9
How many do you
guys.
usually carry?
Well, the Dodgers probably do 6 because Yamamoto's kind of on that 6th thing, and Ohtani, I'm sure, will be of limited use for a period of time.
7 is heavy. You
How
got
many
9.
are coming off of double TJ, though?
Yeah.
Practically all of them.
Yeah.
But so's Buehler. So
Right.
so he's not unique in that situation. It's not like I pitch 200 innings every year. He's not that guy. They're all in the same boat of really good, frequently hurt. They're all in that boat. But if let's say I need 10 starting pitchers to get to the end of the line. I've got 8 on my team right now. They're already under contract. Do I need this? And I think this comes back to that. The way that the Dodgers manipulate their roster, they're better at it than anybody else in baseball about deciding who to keep, who not to keep. And this part right here, I think, is the trickiest putt they have all offseason is
Can't
the Walker
you trade
Buehler.
someone?
You can, but
Yeah.
again, like Emily said, most of these guys are hurt or you wouldn't want.
I wonder if they were praying for Kershaw to retire. Because you can't tell him no.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You can't tell him no.
You
I
can't
agree
tell
with
him
you.
no.
When he is healthy, he's really good still. He's not prime Kershaw, but he
can help you.
He's better than your rank and file major leaguer. He's
can
a
help you.
better
Yeah.
player than that. You're not going to trade Ohtani, duh.
No.
You're not going to trade Yamamoto,
Absolutely
duh.
not.
You're not moving Glasnow.
Why?
What? Because
No one's going to take him.
I think that's
Yeah.
mostly the. And by the way, again, when he's healthy, he's terrific.
Okay, but when is that?
Not a lot.
Okay.
The rest of those guys, May, Miller, Gonsolin, they're either frequently hurt, bad, or both.
Yeah.
Or see
Yeah.
see what you got. So the Buehler thing is peculiar to me simply because it's an emotional play and a baseball play, but it may be a bad economic play. That let's use the Angels again. The only way the Angels are getting somebody like that is to come in heavy.
Overpay him.
And if this is his first crack at free agency.
Yeah.
Right?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You got to be six years
Okay.
before you
Yeah,
get to hit
okay.
the line.
Wow.
And he's 30 years old, double Tommy John. He's always going to be a legend of the Dodgers. He's always going to be able to come back
I don't
here
think
and
your
be
value is
popular.
ever going to be higher than what it is right now here. For how they feel
Agreed.
about you and your role on this team,
Would you
will
pay
never
him?
be higher.
Let's say you got to pay a premium. Like it's the going rate plus 10%.
I think I would pay that.
Yeah.
I would pay the 10% tip to keep him.
Yeah.
Because I think he's that important.
What
now,
if it's
25%? No.
Okay, so there's a number, right?
And a firm handshake, take the money, and when they're done with you, I'll bring you back.
I was just going to say, I wonder, you tell me, you were the professional athlete.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we can't do that. But here's what I'm going to tell you. We're going to work heaven and earth every day from this point forward to try to find a way to get you back here at some
I've seen
point.
it 1,000 times.
Yeah, I can't do this.
We cannot pay you this, but they're willing to pay you that. Take the money.
Take the money,
Yes.
and we're going to get you back.
I got you.
I got
as long
you.
as I'm here, you'll have a job.
You believe that?
Absolutely. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it before. As long as I'm here coaching, you'll have a job. So take the money, feed your family, set yourself up for life, and when you flame out there, when that guy gets fired, I'll bring you back.
I'm curious, Dodger fans, what you think about this. 877-710-ESPN. Do you, I don't want to say a bad deal because that implies nothing but bad, but do you make a deal that is a little bit irresponsible from a baseball perspective?
What are you screaming about?
USC women's basketball. It's
basketball.
tied
Oh, my
up game.
God.
9 seconds left to go in Paris. USC Ole Miss.
What happens if they lose?
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, just asking.
We care. Okay. It's a good game.
Okay.
If you care about it, it's on ESPN.
What's going on in there?
It's on ESPN LA app. The
Did
Tylander
Anthony
USC
Banda
women's
show
basketball.
up?
Yeah, in his mask. I think the mask has something to do with
Is
it.
it the
It's
mask?
The mask is a little
All tatted?
Yeah, the mask adds an element of mystery to it.
Yes.
All right, the Dodgers walk off a home run in game 80 of the season. You're not like, oh yeah.
That's cool.
Come on, Trav.
It's cool.
Don't play.
It's cool. It's cool.
Wow.
I care about the Dodgers. That's the difference.
I care about USC women's
Good for you.
basketball,
I'm
okay?
happy.
So that's why I got animated.
Wait, you care about SC women's basketball or just women's basketball?
Listen, if they lose, it's not like they got killed anyway.
What?
They didn't get their asses
kicked. I still can't believe he said that.
Oh, he said it.
All right, Dodger fans, of those guys, who do you bring back, and which is the guy you make the air quote bad deal for? The deal that 2 years from now you're going, yeah, we probably should have sobered up before we signed on that deal. That's coming up next. Plus, Juan Soto, that can't be real, right? That's next. Trav, DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Prize Picks. Is it on your phone yet? If not, why not? Put it on your phone and start having some fun. You could be doing this right now. You could be looking at women's college basketball like Emily. You could be doing Monday Night Football tonight. You could do the Lakers tonight. There's just about every sport you want on Prize Picks, and it's as easy as picking more or picking less. You look at the statistical projections. You think you like that a little bit more, you pick more. You don't think they're going to get to that number, you pick less. It is that easy. And when you sign up with Prize Picks, you're going to want to use that code 710, because when you use the code 710, you're going to get $50 instantly, just bang, there it is, after you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even have to win that to get your $50 in bonus bets, but you got to use the code 710. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bus blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004-527. Geico 003-871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cards for Kids.
Lakers fans, you can feel the courtside experience from the comfort of your home. Follow the Lakers on Instagram and get exclusive insider access to highlights with angles straight from the floor. On Lakers Instagram, see your favorite players and find out what happens behind the scenes through Instagram stories. Stay locked in throughout the season. Don't miss any of the action and follow the Lakers on Instagram now. Let's go Lake Show.
With over 20 clinics in the greater LA area, Game Day Men's Health offers premium services like testosterone therapy, ED treatment, and more to optimize your health. Visit GameDayMen'sLA.com to schedule your complimentary testosterone test and consultation. Get back in the game with Game Day Men's Health.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-298-9532. 800-298-9532. Again, that's 800-298-9532. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Is this us to Blake Trinan? Is this us to Walker Buehler? Get him back.
Half those guys are going to be gone, if not more. And that's just the way that it goes. Quick little NFL update. Christian McCaffrey is at practice. He is expected to be ready to go in Tampa against the Bucs. He went to Germany. Everything's fine.
Drug test him now.
Yeah. Right. They still the team to beat in the division?
2 Achilles, right?
Yes.
Both Achilles, and he's back playing.
Hey.
The guy's
Tough.
Superman.
Tough.
Yeah, of course they're the team to beat, especially if he's coming back.
Everybody's bunched together.
When's the next time we see
Ayuk's gone Thursday night in
Thursday night.
week
December,
15.
right?
Yeah.
Let me see.
So
Hold on,
week
let me
15, I want to
count,
say.
Let me count. 1, 2, 3. So he's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. Yeah, they're still the team to beat. By the time you see him in December, he's going to be flying. Yeah, that San Francisco is still the team to beat in the West.
The Rams
For
need
the
to put
Rams.
some money in the bank. They need to put some money in the bank against Miami. They need to put money in the bank against New England.
Yes.
They need to put money in the bank against New Orleans.
Why'd you jump over Philly?
Because
Philly's no juggernaut.
No, I know they're not. And
Yeah.
they can win that game. But that's one of those games, if they lose to Philly, it's like, okay, that's not a game that you should be like, they can't lose to New Orleans. New Orleans just fired their coach. They're having a terrible season. New England has a rookie quarterback. They're having a terrible season.
Yeah, I take that back. They're 6-2. They're good.
The Miami Dolphins are, I don't think, it's rare to say that a 2-win team is not terrible, but I don't think they're terrible.
They've got some good players.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a treat, but you should win that game. It's at home and everything else that comes along with it. They need to get to this next quarter games with at least 3 wins, if not 4, because then even if San Francisco and McCaffrey is back, you've built yourself up enough of a cushion to where maybe you're getting to 9 or 10 anyway. They run the table in this next quarter. They're at 8-4, or they're at what would that be, 7-5?
Yes,
you're in a pretty good spot.
That's 5. That's 6, 7. Okay, yeah. That's a good spot to be before you start taking on Buffalo and San Francisco.
Because McCaffrey, I'm with you. McCaffrey's going to do some McCaffrey stuff.
God,
all right, we're talking about the Dodgers and who may be coming and who may be going. Let's go to Randall in North Hollywood. Randall, you're on with Travis and DeMarco. What's up, Randall?
So my question is, would you guys re-sign Teoscar Hernandez or not resign him, get rid of Chris Taylor and Max Muncy, and try to find a way to sign Juan Soto? Even though I know that's only offsetting $100 million, but still.
Well, Soto's a free agent. He can go wherever he wants. It's not like you got to. The Dodgers are flush with cash. It's here. Let's back this up a little bit, because I think the Teoscar thing and Juan Soto is really interesting. They're at slightly different points in their career, but let's go back to when Bryce Harper was a free agent. The Dodgers were in on Bryce Harper, but they were in on him in a very specific sort of way. They offered him huge money for a short period of time. Huge, like they were really. The rumor was they were willing to jump, and this is when the highest paid guys were like in the low 30s.
Yeah,
they were willing to jump up to the mid 40s.
For how many years?
4 years.
Okay.
He
said no.
He got 13 years at $30 million
Oh.
somewhere else. So
Take the dough.
The Dodgers were like, we'll go huge short term. Juan Soto is not going to do a short-term deal. He's going to get a 10-year, 12-year. He might get a 13, 14-year deal because he's only 26 years old.
Right.
Okay, so he's going to get a huge deal. The Dodgers, instead of doing that, they signed Max Muncy. Okay?
Yeah.
Max Muncy and Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper's better than Max Muncy. He's not a ton better than Max Muncy. He's better, but you're paying quadruple the rate for Harper for, the production plus 15, 20%. The same thing you could do. Soto is better than Teoscar Hernandez. He is. He's younger, he's better, and there's more upside. But he's also 10 times more expensive. He's not 10 times better, and maybe they're trying to figure out that. I don't think the Dodgers are really in on Soto in a meaningful way.
What if he wants to come here, though?
Then you make room for him.
Yeah. Because isn't that the case? Doesn't he want to be a Dodger?
I wouldn't think so. He doesn't feel like a Dodger to me.
Oh, really? Okay,
No.
I thought that was the thing.
From the time
I thought he said he wanted to be a Dodger. No?
Juan Soto? No, I've
okay.
never heard that.
Maybe I'm reading
From
into
the
it.
moment
Yeah.
Juan Soto showed up on everybody's radar, it's like, oh, that's a Yankee. He's felt like a Yankee. He looks like a Yankee. He when we saw him as a Yankee, he had one of the best years of his career.
Yeah.
The Yankees have the money. He's an East Coast guy. It's just that's felt like he's headed to become a Yankee the whole way. And if not a Yankee, then maybe the Mets. He comes back to the National League.
Stays in New York. Okay.
I think the Dodgers might be able to pump the price up a little bit and make somebody else dig deep, but I'd be really surprised.
Do me a favor, 13-year contracts?
Yeah.
What's the protection for the team?
There, not in baseball, there isn't any. You get a good player.
What if he stinks?
Then you're stuck with him.
You're stuck with him for 13
You have Anthony Rendon.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Perfect. Yep, you have Anthony Rendon.
Mamas don't let your babies grow up to be football players. Let them play baseball. 13-year deals?
Yep.
And you don't even have to be good?
Nope.
Okay, I'll take that.
The second the ink's dry, it's over. It's money's
That's
yours.
it. So you can stink from here on out and they can't cut you.
Anthony Rendon.
Oh, my God.
Anthony Rendon has not only stunk, he actively said he doesn't like playing baseball. And he's cashing the check.
You didn't know this before you paid him?
He didn't. You do not remember this? So
No.
when the Dodgers wanted him too.
Yeah.
You forget because he's been such a catastrophe for the Angels. He was really good with the Nats.
He was coming off of winning the World Series with the Nationals.
He was not just pretty good, really
I
good.
remember-
Like holy smokes!
Yes.
And the Dodgers were in on him, and he didn't want to come to LA because he didn't want to be in part of the Hollywood lifestyle.
Oh, jeez.
So he went to the Angels, which I don't know what that is, but it's not good.
Well, it's not the Hollywood lifestyle.
No, it's the losing lifestyle. It's the finish near last place every year lifestyle.
Low expectation lifestyle.
Dude, that guy robbed a bank.
Wow.
He doesn't even have to play.
That is crazy. 13-year deals. That is unreal. Never heard.
I mean,
Yes.
Ohtani got 10. Yamamoto got 10.
For some reason, that sounds more reasonable. Ohtani for 10 years sounds like a bargain.
Well, it already is.
That's what I'm saying. That sounds like a bargain.
If you hit it, and the Dodgers did hit it, and, Rendon's the disaster.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper, at this point, has been worth it for the Phillies. They haven't won the World Series yet with him.
Yeah.
But he's been terrific.
He's their leader.
And he's their heart and soul. He fits in Philly. Philly fans love him. He plays really well.
Mookie has a long deal with the Dodgers.
Mookie's got it. I think he signed a 10 or 11-year deal.
No wonder. I saw him at camp. I'm like, why do you seem so relaxed?
Yeah.
There you go. You got
Dude,
generational
he's
money
got
forever.
$300 million in the bank, and he won the World Series 3 times. Go find a problem in his life.
So chill. Yes.
I know he's a huge bowling guy. I saw a picture someone posted. They went to like a pro-am in like suburban LA somewhere, and he placed.
No way.
After the parade, went and bowled.
He's what I think. If Mookie Betts said, I want to go join the PBA Tour, I think he would be on the PBA
He's
Tour
that good?
in a matter of weeks. Yes, he's that good.
The best guy I saw was Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, he liked to. Chris Paul bowls a lot,
Yes.
too.
You ever seen Fred Flintstone bowl?
On the tippy toes?
That's how Jerome looks when he bowls. It's funny. It's so funny, but he's good. He's got the little form at the end, too. It's awesome. Yeah.
I can't wait to see what the Dodgers do. They have so many guys that are up, and they make hard decisions, right? There's going to be somebody. We're going to be sitting here going, oh, man, I hate to see that guy go. I'm going to get it.
How do they go? Like traded?
No, so they're free agents.
Free agents.
They're
Okay.
not going to, for round numbers.
The only one that's going to hurt you is Teoscar. That's going to hurt you if he leaves.
Bueller could hurt.
It depends.
Trinan could hurt.
It depends on how much he's getting from someplace else.
But even if he, look, I think there's two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Somebody comes in with a deal, you go, well, we're never going to do that. You know it's the smart thing to do, but it still sucks to see him leave.
True.
It's still, like you said, that's our guy, man.
Yeah.
That's this guy.
Yes.
Right? That's the guy that tore the dugout up.
Dude.
That's the guy that lit the fire. That's the guy that's been a huge part of 2 World Series championships.
Yes.
I can't pay you that, but man, I really don't want to see you go. I saw a quote from him the other day that said, he put in a blanker in there.
Oh, yeah?
I love this blanking city.
Yeah.
I love being it. So that's good news. I love this team. That's good news. A big bag.
Hey, Walker, how about a hometown discount?
Maybe. But to what degree? Like to your point, they're offering me 5% more. I don't have that. They're offering me 30% more.
Below market value.
Yeah.
I'm offering you a below market value deal.
No, I'm not doing that.
You're not doing that?
I'm not doing that.
Okay. But we love you here.
I get that, and I love you too, but I'm going to need you to pay me at least the retail price.
At least the sticker price. I'm not on sale.
Otherwise, I'm not on. Perfect. I'm not on sale. Again, if I sell myself, that's disrespectful to myself and you.
Yes, I wouldn't even say that to him. I wouldn't. Yeah. That's so bad. Yes,
it's $1 million a year. We can't do that.
What's the Lux tax? Right? If you go over, you have to pay.
They have those. They don't give a damn.
The Dodgers don't. Then what's the issue?
Money.
Sign everybody then.
Yeah.
Sign them all then.
But it's not a money thing. It's a roster thing. You can only carry so many guys.
Many spots.
Right?
Okay.
So it's not we can't afford it. It's and this is what makes the Dodgers
I love Kike, but bro.
No, he's the odd man. I think he's the most likely guy to leave. And look, the reason the Dodgers, I think, are the envy of the rest of baseball is not just because they're one of the richest teams, which they are. It's they spend their money incredibly wisely.
Yeah.
They have very, very few bad deals on their book, if any. And they very, very rarely make an economic bad deal. Trades once in a while kind of go the other way, but they don't have a Rendon on their team. No. They didn't
What's
do a
the worst
Ryan
Dodger
Howard
deal in your lifetime that you can remember? That's a horrible
Jason
deal.
Schmidt was really bad.
Jason Schmidt.
That was really,
that's a pull
they
there.
gave him like $100 million. He only pitched like 5 games for the Dodgers.
God, that's
he
a
was
pull.
really bad. I'd have to think about it for a
I
second.
wouldn't say this is a deal, but they signed this person and immediately regretted it. It was
Bauer.
But again, that was off the field.
That wasn't a
play.
baseball thing. That was other things.
Off the field.
Yeah, that was stuff that went sideways.
Did that get resolved? I thought he was suing. Okay, never mind. We're not touching it. Okay,
that's
gotcha.
probably the right response there. He's litigious, so we'll just move on.
Yeah. He is not with the Dodgers organization.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
He can pitch.
Yeah, he can.
He's always
pitch.
been able to pitch.
Throws hard.
Hot and Cold's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
I was watching the game, and I realized I don't know
Hey,
how...
football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Looking for the best possible results after an accident? Call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law. And there's never any upfront fees. They collect when you collect. And for the record, their win-loss record puts them in the top of the standings. That's 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's D-Far. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. Right now, ESPN LA listeners can book a drain cleaning for just $88. That's right, just $88, and you can keep your plumbing in top shape and ensure you're game day ready. So don't miss out. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN today to take advantage of this limited time offer. That's 833-3-NEXGEN or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com to schedule your $88 drain cleaning appointment today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Some people
people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check the kickoff time first before showing up at the stadium.
What? The lot's full already?
Final score of today's game?
You said kickoff was at 3. It was last week.
That's not how it works, Bob. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
As you know, we've welcomed a new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot, Who's Cold. Take it away, Producer M.
Boy, we got a double dose of the Kelceys and hot and cold today.
Uh-oh.
So, as many people saw on the internet yesterday, on Saturday, Jason Kelce was at the Penn State-Ohio State game. He was leaving the game, presumably, or at least walking the outsides of the game. He was kind of being he was being
accosted
by several people who might call themselves fans.
Yes.
And the person behind him, there are two video pieces of footage. One guy's trying to just get a fist bump from Jason. The other guy is clearly saying some unkind things about. So he uses a slur to refer to
the F word.
Yes, to refer to his brother, Travis Kelce, and said use a slur.
The F word for homosexual.
Yes, we don't need to go into detail more about what this. We all know what we're talking about.
Yes.
Here. And also any slur. If you use any slur, it's also terrible. So Jason Kelce takes this guy's phone and slams it on the ground, and then comes back and gives the guy his phone back and says, "Who's the
slur? F word?"
So Jason Kelce obviously is pretty hot in this interaction.
And
he
big.
did not hit this guy in this interaction. He just took the phone, broke the phone clearly, and gave the guy the phone back. So the discourse online has been mostly about this is a product of people not knowing what they should and should not say to people and not having consequences for things and harmful things that they say. So do you think Jason Kelce acted appropriately in this situation?
Do you know how big that dude is? You know how big Jason Kelce is? Why would you ever say that to him? Why? Aren't you expecting an ass whooping?
No, they're not. That's the problem.
Well, that is the issue.
That's exactly the issue. The issue is that people have lost their ability to understand what is and isn't okay to do. Like, take the slur out of it, right? Let's just pretend that this was that nobody slurred anybody.
That's the thing, though. Yeah.
But you don't get in a stranger's face. You don't do that. You know that you don't.
I'm not content, man.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly right. I'm here to watch football. I'm here doing my thing.
I'm not a prank. I'm not this.
You don't get to come at me with words or touching or anything else, and I get to defend myself.
Yes.
I get to, and if you start calling names and these other things,
You're lucky it was just a phone.
I get to react to this kind of stuff.
No doubt.
And We've made a lot of progress in a lot of things, and I don't want to run it back the other way, but
yeah,
there's a value in a beating every once in a while,
now and then.
you learn where the line is. Like, I can't do that to this person, or I might get punched in the face.
You ever seen a dude antagonize a dog, and then the gate opens?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it changes?
Yep.
That's your fault. That's what you did. I'm sure Kelce was trying to get from A to B, and you jumped in his face.
You learn not to do that.
Absolutely.
It's just like,
the moron that messed with Tyson on a plane.
Right. Exactly right.
Yes. Are you crazy?
There used to be that thing, would you say that to that guy's face? And the answer was, well, of course not. Well, we've lost that part of it, too. They will say, they think that there's this protection of, well, you're not going to do anything to me.
I am not content.
People will do things to you. I wish that the slurs hadn't been lobbied back and forth. But I have no problem with Jason Kelce popping that guy.
But it was the ultimate response. Like, who's the blank now?
Yeah.
I still think that he should not have said it, but he could have said other words. But you're also in the heat of the moment, and
you know what I wish I would have done, as opposed to smashing the phone and hitting back the same slur. He said, "Punch him."
Punch the kid?
Yes.
Well, then you go to jail.
I understand that, but the only way we're getting back to this is no, we're not doing that.
No, you go to jail for a punch.
And enough,
I would RKO him.
And enough people would be like, I'm not.
I would give.
You
him
want to get hit by an NFL offensive lineman? I don't.
I'd give him the stone cold stunner and said I was just wrestling. Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of people just not understanding the consequences of the words that they say. You have the freedom of speech. You have the freedom to say whatever you want, but you also have consequences for the words that come out of your mouth.
Yes, sir.
But yes, do not go after the Kelceys unless you're a fellow Kelce. So Jason was on their podcast, the New Heights podcast, with his brother, and they were taking calls. They're like, "Hey, advice from the brothers." Someone called in and was saying, "Hey, I'm having trouble with my wife. We're in a bit of a dry spell. How do you break out of a dry spell?" And so, in this clip, you're going to hear.
They're asking the Kelce brothers. Okay.
in this situation, you're going to hear Jason Kelce's response to that question, and then Kylie decided to respond to that on her own TikTok.
I don't know who's Kylie.
I'm sorry, Kylie is Jason's wife.
Okay.
Mother of his children.
Kylie. Okay.
So this is Jason first, then Kylie Kelce.
For me, I've learned that you try and set it up. Let's say you're in the mood early. Start setting that thing up early, because women, they're weird. They don't just always want to have sex. They don't just always want that. Just like men like to be sought after, women like to be sought after. And if your woman thinks that you just want sex now, and like that's all you want, sometimes it's hard to get in the mood. Wear some really skin tight pants.
Show off the thighs and
show it off. Sometimes they just want to see the goods. And I don't know what you're working with. If you have a big rear end, just put some tight pants on and just start doing work where it's nice up in the air and she has to look at it. If you got a nice bulge, maybe you've been blessed with that. Show off what she finds attractive in you.
If I had to guess based on my husband's dumbass response to this question, I would say that he's probably going to experience a spell of his wife saying that she's not interested.
All right, so he's probably kidding to a point, and he's playing it up for these cameras, but both Kelce's had great responses to the question at hand.
DeMarco?
I'm
so how do you break a dry spell, DeMarco?
I am speechless,
DeMarco.
my man. I don't know what to say.
How do you go to the doghouse when you talk about Angel Reese?
Oh, my God. I'm speechless.
Chores.
Hot tub.
Chores.
Yeah. Oh, I think what he says there of doing the things that she finds attractive in you, which is doing things without asking. So, because I cut out Travis's part. He says, do the dishes. Do something that she would rather not do.
Make life easy. Take away obstacles. Take away objections. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, I can't because of this. Well, that's not a problem anymore. That's been taken care of, right? Like, you gotta clear the runway. The runway needs to be free of obstacles.
I just can't get the visual of Jason Kelce wearing something tight, putting his butt in the air. That just ruined it.
Yeah.
I guess that's what he did for a living.
Yeah.
Tush push.
Tight football pants with
butt
a
up in the air,
big butt in the air.
Away you go.
Yeah.
And, he's done very fine for himself. Kylie Kelce is a wonderful person.
Sweetheart, yes.
But yes, that's my hot and cold.
She's married to a center.
Who's hot, who's cold is brought to you by NextGen, the official AC heat and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGen, 833-3-NEXGEN, or nextgenairandplumbing.com. Yeah, like you were saying, I can't believe he's talking about this. This kind of goes together with the first. Anybody can talk about whatever they want, whenever they want, to whoever they want.
Yes.
Like the rules are just out of control. They're gone. Right? Imagine,
there are no rules.
I was just going to say, like I'm trying to picture a world where my dad would say something like that, and I can't fathom it. Okay, I literally can't come up with it. And then I go to the next generation where my it would literally crack my brain in half to hear my grandfather answer that question. Like, it would never, ever, ever come up. And now we're like, oh, you just do this, this, and this. You put on some tight pants and you parade around the living room. It's like, no. Seriously? That's where we've gotten to is just crazy. And everybody's like, yeah, good, yeah. Like, there's no like, dude, what are you doing?
Well, that's why Kylie was like, well, Stop talking about us on your podcast.
Wow.
Cappy would answer it.
I'm sure he would.
100%.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure he
I
would.
answered it.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there are ways to do it that are slightly more diplomatic
Oh,
than
my God.
others.
Here, let me tell you something. That's exactly how you start. Let me tell you something. He'll tell you exactly what you need to do to break your dry spell. Marco, how do you do it? No, I'm just kidding, Doc.
Eliminate obstacles.
Don't talk about it on the radio.
Yeah.
All
Keep that to
babysitters.
yourself.
Definitely.
Right.
Yes.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about my side of the street.
Yeah, you dang right.
Look, you show up with a bottle of tequila and you left the rest.
Look,
just let it happen.
all right, we're telling truths right now.
Yeah.
Alcohol. That's how.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's how. The answer is alcohol. Because everybody, when they've had
right
a couple
amount.
No, of course the right amount. And I'm not
Wow.
saying just like, hey, let's go out tonight and have a nice dinner. Let's get a little wine.
See?
Then everybody's in a good mood and everybody, whatever is bothering them, bothers them a little less.
Yes.
And the answer is alcohol.
I too thirst.
I know what it's like to
I
have
know
thirst.
it's to have thirst.
And
yes.
it wasn't also the only Philly sports legend, icon player to get into kind of a shoving match this weekend, because it happened with Joel Embiid, too, with the Philadelphia Inquirer reporter. I'm surprised there is no footage of that yet.
That is weird. That is
Because
weird.
it's a
And
locker room, you
Yeah.
know?
There's television cameras. There's. I mean, shoot, everybody's got a camera in their pocket
They
now.
may not have been on.
But if I saw, put it this way.
They may not have them up yet. Yeah.
But if there were reporters in the room and I see you having an argument with somebody else and it's getting heated and I'm from a different news source,
Yeah.
I'm
It
gonna
may have been quick. Hey, you pow, and no one
could
saw
have been.
it. Yeah.
Could have been. It's
Because it could happen and you'd never know it. Like, what was that dust up? Well, Embiid pushed somebody. Really?
people are a little edgy right now.
A little bit.
People are a little edgy. Hopefully TV's going to be a little different in a couple of days. Maybe not a couple of days. Let's say a week. Let's say a week from now, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and everybody will
And
calm
maybe
down.
just don't say things that are incendiary to 300-plus pound
Thank
men.
you.
Good advice. It's good advice. The Dump Super Crosstalk's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park Party and Play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
To the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter.
Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
What was this? A half an hour ago, we were talking about Matt Eberflus and whether or not DJ Moore quit on a play
Systemic
and all that other
domain.
stuff. It apparently is getting worse from this. This DJ Moore was asked whether or not Matt Eberflus has lost the football team.
Has Matt Eberflus lost his football team? So I'll ask you: has Matt Eberflus lost his football team?
I want to say no. The message yesterday was that we know we 4-4 now. It's just like being 0-0, but you just gotta go out there and start stacking wins how we did, and that's the best thing we can do is win, and then let the chips fall how they fall after we do so.
Wait, ask me that question.
Have you lost the football team?
I don't want to say no.
That means
I don't want to
yes.
say no. I don't want to say yes, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to say yes that he's
Oh,
lost
you're
the
right.
team.
You're right.
I don't want to say no.
Look, I think he misspoke, but I
Yeah.
think the tone and the message was, he has. The
Yeah.
takeaway from that is, I don't want to say it, but yes, he has.
The answer to that is no, he hasn't.
Right.
Or yes, he has.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, Him and Hahn gives you the answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
Okay.
my coach. I'll do anything for him.
Yeah.
Go after it.
Sometimes you just need to take a definitive answer, even if it's not true. Or
Yes.
you need to do the definitive answer if you're just willing to let it. Has he lost the team? Hell no.
Would you ever ask that question of a player?
Sure.
Wow, that's direct.
Yeah.
That's a very
That's okay,
direct
though.
question.
I-
You're putting
especially-
that kid on the spot.
But it is, but it's up to him to answer it how he wants. I'm not doing it antagonistically. If I just say, hey, look, the team is struggling all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Is everybody still buying into the coach? Has the coach lost the team? It's not provocative. That's not me trying to set
But
you
that was
up.
a very Chicago way of that. That was right
Yeah.
in your face.
Yeah.
That's a tough ask of a kid.
It is a tough
because he's got to
ask.
go back in that locker room.
But that's why he needed to say, no, he hasn't.
If you would have asked me that, you would have got a dial tone.
Yeah, maybe.
I would have hung up on
and
you.
then that's your choice to hang
and
up.
that's an answer too.
Yeah.
Anything else other than no or yes is a yes.
Are you in love with your wife?
Yes.
The answer is yes. and if you're ready to start filing papers, the answer is no, not really. But if you say, well, I really don't want to say no.
Yes,
yeah,
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
like,
I know,
yeah, all right.
that's a hard one. I
Here
feel
we
bad.
go.
But it's systemic of what's going on. The guy that made the bad play on the Hail Mary.
The DB.
Yeah,
I
your
forget his name.
focus is off. We had that discussion right before the parade. It's all a focus issue. You're not practicing. You're not focusing during the week. You're not finishing, and it's showing up on game day. That's the bad thing.
Look, I'll bring it back around again. I
Yeah.
know I'm a broken record here. This is what the Rams do, I think, as well as anybody. They don't do drama.
Yeah.
They just don't. And again, Puka made a big mistake yesterday. He made a mistake that could have cost his team a football game.
Yeah.
He's too important of a player to get kicked out for something like that. But you just know that's never going to happen again.
No.
That's not how they roll. And even guys that they bring in that do have, loud personalities or maybe are combative. Look at Jalen Ramsey. Look at Odell Beckham Jr. Not when they're here.
No.
They
And
just
only
don't
fight
do
on the
that.
field. Yeah.
Right.
It's not really fights. They defend. But I will say this. If you have Puka Nacua on your fantasy team, I would definitely have him for next week.
Oh.
Definitely have him because he's looking for some makeup, no doubt.
Dodgers are good at that too. Like the
Yeah.
second it gets a little
Yeah, done.
next,
Wow,
next.
crazy.
Lakers do drama. Like the Lakers are. It's because they're the Lakers, and the NBA is about
Yeah.
drama and all these things. But and it's not necessarily all bad, but there's always stuff swirling around
Yeah.
the Lakers. Happy birthday to the #1 movie villain of all time, Daniel LaRusso.
Oh,
Ralph
yes.
Macchio turns 63 years old. First of all, good on you for being 63.
And looking
Ralph
that good.
Dude, he looks like he's 30?
He never aged. He's a vampire.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was 30 when he was in The
I
Karate
know,
Kid or
crazy.
thereabouts. But I told you that Johnny Lawrence was the one that was done wrong in that movie.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Okay, good.
Okay.
He's also great
give
in
me-
My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, he was
okay,
good.
outside of Karate Kid, give me 3 Ralph Macchio movies.
My Cousin Vinny.
1.
Outsiders.
2.
No, I got. Oh no, that is The Outsiders. I was thinking. Hold on. I got this. Oh my God. Oh, does Cobra Kai count, or is that the same thing?
That's a TV show.
Damn.
And it's related to Karate Kid.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know another one?
No.
8 is Enough. Crossroads.
Those 8 is Enough was a TV
yes,
show.
I forgot. Great guitar
Yeah.
movie. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Matthew McConaughey, who turns
McConaughey.
54 years old today.
Is he the most famous person related to Texas?
Like the University of Texas or the state of Texas?
Let's do state of Texas.
Willie Nelson.
And then University of Texas, though, it's Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey is the guy. Yes.
Earl Campbell?
I mean, Earl Campbell doesn't
Ricky
have an
Williams? No, I know, but
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey doesn't have a Heisman Trophy.
This is true. The Tyler Rose. Yes.
But when I close my eyes and think about Texas, I think about Matthew McConaughey.
Ashley Judd
The-
was
the university.
Kentucky basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's the most famous non-athlete
Mascot,
alumni
From Texas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right,
Jack?
And by the way,
Yeah.
he's the right kind of famous alumni. Like
Oh,
Will
yeah.
Ferrell with SC. Like those guys are into it. They're
Yeah.
not just there because it's a.
No,
it's
he knows the sport and the
and he cares
and he loves
he's
the school.
invested in it.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
good
yeah.
ambassador.
Always
He
looks
is a
wet
good
though,
ambassador.
doesn't he?
He always looks a little sweaty.
He always looks great.
You know what he looks like he's doing?
What?
Having a good time.
Always. All right.
I get older, but stay the same age.
He's on the list of if you could just kind of change and be someone else.
Oh, I want to be
he'd
him.
be a good choice.
Oh, yeah.
And we have the reconnaissance with True Detective and his Oscar in like short succession.
Yeah.
You know what he's funny in? And
What?
it's just, I mean, it's a commercial,
Thunder?
literally. He wasn't in Tropic Thunder, was
Yeah,
he?
he was the agent.
Matthew, no, that was Tom Cruise.
No, the agent. Who? What? Yeah, he was the
I've
agent.
never
I
seen
got
it.
your
I don't
TiVo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What I was thinking of, I think he's hilarious in those Uber Eats commercials where he's talking about like the
yeah.
food.
Yeah.
He's got like 2 lines in it, but they're really, really funny. Like,
Harry, what are you eating?
Yeah.
Rice.
What are you? And then he just
Rice.
goes, like he's funny. I'm a fan. Today, The Crown premiered in 2016. Em, are you on that one?
I love The Crown. It was amazing. I mean, it was probably one of the best things that Netflix has put out there. For a while, it was the most expensive show
Is
ever
it
made.
still on?
It ended last year.
Okay.
It ended. It kind of went through the William and Kate courtship, and then ended after that. I love watching things to do with the British royal family because it has nothing to do with me, and I'm just like, oh, it's not my own politics, so I can find it interesting to me. But I think The Crown is very well done, well acted, one of the best things that Netflix has done.
Have you seen any of The Crown? Yeah, yeah.
No.
I Susan wanted to watch it, and I watched like the first episode. I'm like,
that ain't my jam.
yeah, I don't think so. A
That's
lot
okay.
of English accents. That's kind of a
Well, they
rule
are-
breaker for me.
Hooray.
They are
I
English.
understand.
Jorge, you're a boxing fan, right?
Yeah.
What if they came out with like a southern accent for
I'll
Queen
skip-
Elizabeth?
skip
What about
that
boxing?
one too?
You're a boxing fan,
Yeah,
right?
I watch
I
him, man.
can't stand the English boxers.
Oh.
Yeah, the accent I can't get over
It doesn't compute.
at all.
It doesn't compute. Like when Lennox Lewis is like,
I'm
he
a
sounds like he's,
pugilist specialist.
yeah, he's inviting me over for tea. Like, and he's also
Right.
the baddest man in the world.
He
like
just
this
knocked the
doesn't.
guy out. Yeah. Matthew McConaughey played a dude named Rick Peck in Tropic Thunder. I got you,
Okay.
TiVo. Yeah.
I don't remember that character
Hilarious.
at all.
Yeah,
I
he's-
remember Downey. I remember Kenny Powers.
Yeah.
And Ben Stiller, and then Tom Cruise in the fat
When
suit.
you see it again, you'll laugh. Yeah. All he was worried
And
about was the
RDJ.
TiVo.
RDJ did the blackface in that,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Today in 2001, the Diamondbacks won the World Series, just their 4th season as a franchise. They scored twice. This is bananas, okay?
What?
They scored twice in the bottom of the 9th inning to beat the Yankees 3-2 in Game 7. Mariano Rivera blew a save in the bottom of the 9th. Luis Gonzalez's single over a drawn-in infield is the winning hit. Mariano Rivera was the best closer in baseball for 20 years and really never had a bad season.
Cutter.
Threw one pitch.
Yes.
Over and over and over and over for 20 years, and no one ever figured it out that he blew a World Series game like that.
Crazy.
Is still one of the, and all the credit to the Diamondbacks for getting it done. But
Yeah.
that dude did his thing for 20 years, and he never changed it up, and no one ever figured him out.
What did Jorge Posada call when Rivera is on the mound?
Cutter.
Did he even
Gutter.
actually have to
It's
call, or
probably
just
like,
do this?
Yeah, just let's go. Throw it
Right.
again.
Here
Throw
it
it
comes.
again. Throw it again.
Yo,
Yeah,
what's
over
happening?
and over and over again. Trolls came out on this day in 2016. I don't know if Andy, I don't know if you strike me as a Trolls kind of guy.
Well, with that hat on.
Not only have I seen Trolls, Travis, I'll just say it. It's pretty good.
You like Trolls?
Which
Pretty
Trolls?
good. The first Trolls.
The little dolls or the
movie
monster
Trolls.
movie?
The movie Trolls.
The monster troll?
No. The one based
Oh,
off the
about
toy.
the-
with
Off the
okay,
fuzzy
okay.
hair,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
With Timberlake and Anna Kendrick. Saw it because at the time my daughter was like probably 4, something like that.
Let's go see Trolls.
It was actually pretty good. It was
Good
a
music.
pretty entertaining story.
Okay.
I think
Were you a
I did
Trolls
not see
person,
one second of it.
Momo?
I kind of know what
And
it
it's
is.
got
but
that Timberlake song, "Can't Stop
Trolls,
the
the
Feeling" or
ones that
whatever
sing.
it's called.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I just saw the new
Yeah.
one.
It's
the
not
new one's
bad.
awesome.
Not
There's
bad.
there's
It's on my
sequels to
playlist.
Trolls.
There's a
Okay.
song called "Watch Me Work." I love that
Band
song.
Together is the new one.
Yeah.
I haven't had the pleasure. I'm going to have to go
They're
all pretty good.
revisit my
You're
Trolls.
It's good.
Yeah, you're
My
fine.
Trolls
Yeah, I
catalog.
don't think it's entering like the AFI Top 100 anytime soon.
In this
but
room,
it's
it might. We're
good.
3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. Let's do a little super crosstalk. Bonk.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Good luck with that, figuring that out. That's like the Christmas light scene in
Yes.
Christmas Vacation. Here,
Undo that.
There's a
Yeah.
knot here.
I will have this solved by the end of Crosstalk.
Doesn't he look aggressive with that beanie on, though?
What's a Locked On, Beanie? Do you know anything about the Locked On Podcast Network,
I
DeMarco?
think I know something about the Locked On podcast.
It's free and available
Dave
wherever you get your
Skillebread.
podcasts. It's never behind a paywall. And
For
there's
the
also
sickos who like to watch, there's a YouTube component.
there is
as
a
well.
YouTube component, as a matter of fact. I'm glad that you brought that
Bing!
up. And they have pretty much any team that you can think of. For instance, Andy,
Yeah.
you do the Lakers podcast.
I do the Lakers podcast.
Yes.
Rams.
There is a Rams podcast hosted by Doug McCain and me.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
It's a good deal. You
Yes.
should come on with us one day, DeMarco.
Anytime, let me know when.
What are you doing
Wait, the
tomorrow
Laker
morning?
podcast?
No,
the Rams
I mean,
podcast.
I'm sure Andy would love to have you
Oh,
on the
okay,
Laker
come on.
podcast as
Yeah.
well. How you doing, Ramona?
I'm good. How are you?
You good? How was hot yoga yesterday?
Oh, it was really good. You know what, though? It
Big
wasn't
one?
hot enough. It was
Not
like the
hot
room.
enough.
I was like, I came here because I need to get some stuff out. I need to sweat it all out.
Yeah.
I need to, like, boil over. I need to,
Are you a regular?
I could probably go once or twice a week.
Okay.
Is that
That's a
Bikram
regular.
yoga?
Yeah,
Is that the hot yoga?
He got
Yeah.
canceled. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
he's canceled.
it's
So
mostly
it's
is
hot.
canceled?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
it's-
Okay.
But hot yoga still
I
exists.
got your face. Okay. Yeah.
But I'm going to. So I want when I go there, I want to sweat the whole time. I want it to be like humid and hot and like just get it all out.
Are you good at yoga?
I don't know, sorta.
Yeah.
Yeah, like now
Yeah.
I am. I'm not one of those people who can do like headstands and all
Yeah.
that stuff. No,
okay,
I can't
not
do
wanna-
that.
you're not
But
Sting.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not that. But I've gotten in like much better shape.
I want to
think
do
it's-
hot yoga.
It's really good.
We should do hot yoga.
You will never sweat more than you've ever.
See, we should do
And
hot yoga
also,
one day.
I'd give it a try.
Because you can
Undefeated, never lost.
Never lost.
I mean, you could do a lot of poses better when you're warm because you're warmed up. Like you can
Yeah.
stretch more because you're not,
What was your introduction to it? Like, had you ever done
Oh.
it before? You just went one day and gave it a shot?
Maybe like 15 years ago once, and I hated every second. I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Hurts.
It was so hot. It
Yeah.
was gross. And I was like, why would anybody do this to themselves? And then my friend was like, come with me to hot yoga. We're going to, but the one I go to now is called Hot 8. And it's very clean. Like, it's not that weird carpet floor that the big one places have. That was so gross. This one has like a really nice clean floor. You never feel gross. Everything's
Sweaty and
really
carpet
nice.
doesn't sound good. Yeah.
And it's also like I went to a class that was like kind of like an aerobics class. It wasn't really yoga. It was like we had weights and everything. And they have all sorts of things there. They have like bar class. So it's like doing bar in the heat, doing a weights class in the heat. But I really like regular yoga because I get tight hips and tight shoulders and everything from sitting all the time.
I've never tried it.
Jason Kelsey.
I want to try it.
Yeah, that's right. You get That's why I like it. It's just the hip openers and the
Yeah.
stretching. All the NBA guys are doing it now too.
No doubt.
Have you done it?
I've done it once a long time ago. I did not enjoy
Hot
it.
or just regular?
Regular. I did not enjoy it.
Okay.
But I think I'm ready for it
So here's the thing
now.
about the heat.
Yeah.
So it's like I would describe hot yoga as sort of like working out and trying not to get heat stroke in a way. Okay,
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, but on the other
does.
hand,
Yeah.
when you really the first 1 to 3 times you go, well, the first few
What do you
times.
think training camp
You
is?
feel like I'm gonna die. I hate
Yeah.
this. Why would anybody do this? But when you push through it, all of a sudden you sort of get used to it, and then there's a mental toughness that you get to it. That's really it's actually really impressive. Like you have to quiet your mind. You have to get out of your fight or flight response. You have to and then you feel really good.
Yeah.
And then after you sweat all that out, it's like you sweat all the toxins out and you stretch and you get in ways that you never can get.
Yeah.
And then you're like, whoa, I see what people are talking about. And then, I've never
No,
looked
it's not
forward to a
working.
cold shower more than I do after a hot yoga class.
You
And
look
I'm like,
so out right now.
So I was out when I heard heat stroke. That was the first thing
I
that
know.
made me. But
It is.
But what you said at the back end of it was like you kind of have to push through that. I quit. I'm out of
Love
here
that.
moment.
Come on.
That sounds interesting to me.
and then, so what you do the first few times is you take a couple breaks. Like you go, because you have this sort of like, I'm going to die. I have this fight or flight thing. And you go, okay, just take a break, calm yourself down. You can walk outside of the room for a minute. You feel the cool air. You get some water, whatever. They also have cold towels that you use the whole time. But then you go back in and you get through it again. And then, I don't know, after you get through that first initial fight or flight thing, then you're like, oh,
Do you
I see why
sauna?
people like this.
Do you sauna?
I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah,
not
that's a good
regularly,
comparison.
but I have.
Yeah.
I mean, every
Isn't
now
there
and then
when
you
it
gotta
gets
take a
really
break.
hot
Yeah,
and
yeah.
steamy,
Yeah.
you're kind of like, I want to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
My body's telling me to leave. But then you push through that, and you're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be interested in trying the hot yoga just as a challenge.
Yeah.
Like I find that stuff
It's a mental
interesting.
challenge.
I find the sauna unpleasant.
Really?
Because it feels
Enveloped in heat?
it feels pointless.
Supposedly
it's
a
a good
great way
sweat.
for a hangover cure.
There
It
are
is a good
studies
sweat.
that I
Yeah.
will find it for you, but I did read this. It's a big thing in Nordic countries. People do the sauna all the time.
Yep.
And literally there was this big study that came out recently about how long and how often people go in the sauna and as a predictor of longevity. It's just
really?
super important.
Yeah.
The longer you spend in it, the more often you do it. It's
So I'm
really
not
good.
denying there
competition.
could be
Yeah.
benefits to it. I'm saying in the moment, though, it feels pointless. As opposed to the hot yoga, where you could feel like
Yeah.
you are pushing yourself towards
Yeah.
something bigger and beneficial.
I mean, don't you like to sweat? For example, a couple weeks ago, I
Like
had
as
a
an
weekend where
activity?
I went out with some girlfriends a couple times. We definitely did some drinking.
Now,
And I was
now we're
like,
going.
you know what?
There we go.
Sunday afternoon,
back.
I was like, I think I need to sweat all this
Sweat it
tequila
all
out.
out.
I
Yeah.
think I had a lot to drink, and it's time to sweat
I'm a
this out.
sauna guy. I love it.
It's
Do
the
you not
only
sweat,
thing.
AK? Do you not a sweat guy?
I mean, I have sweat before, yes.
Okay. All right.
But
It is the best
like-
hangover cure.
but is it
It is.
It's 100% the
Yes.
best
I
hangover
love-
cure.
Because you
good
just
sweat,
pound
yeah,
water
yeah.
and then you sweat
I
it
don't,
out.
Yeah.
again.
I don't seek out the opportunities to sweat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to have guys that would get in a sauna and a steam room in full gear because we had weigh-ins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they'd come off the practice field, walk right into the sauna, and just sweat off 12 pounds. It's crazy. I
12
know.
pounds is quite a bit.
12 pounds of sweat, yes.
Em, you have some Rob Havenstein breaking news?
Yes, this is
Oh,
from
no,
Joy,
what? No,
Joy
wait, hold
Rodrigue
on,
with
wait.
The
Yeah, you're not
Athletic.
gonna
She
like
says,
this.
Sean McVay says Rob Havenstein will miss the Dolphins game with an ankle injury, but as of now, doesn't think it will be longer than that. Joe Noteboom could back
Oh,
him
good.
up.
That was the next question.
And Jonah Jackson and Steve Avila have a 21-day windows that will start this
Open.
week.
Yeah.
Okay, boom.
So that
is
means
the-
they could play this coming game,
Could
correct?
be.
Yes.
They're going
could
to
be.
work out to play. Dang.
But
Rob.
neither of those two guys are tackles, but Noteboom is.
Noteboom
Noteboom's
is a
your
tackle.
number one
Right.
swing guy.
Yes.
We've seen McClendon before. Wasn't
Noteboom
great.
is a tackle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Noteboom can hang.
Yes.
And we've seen it. And look, this is life in the NFL, I guess, right? Just when you kind of get back to, okay, you can get your head
Yeah.
above water, and then it's like, okay, here goes another.
Yeah,
But that's true of everybody.
He's a leader. He's smart. He's brilliant. High football IQ. But a right tackle is something you can work around. You can work around that guy, especially if you have Joe Noteboom back on the
He's
field.
their Chris Taylor. You
Yeah.
just move
Yeah.
him all over the line.
Anywhere except center.
Yeah,
Anywhere
he can
except
play
center.
both guard spots
Yes.
too. You brought up Chris Taylor. Okay, here you go. Here are 4 names that are free agents for the Dodgers. Prioritize these in the way that you'd want to bring them back, assuming that you're not doing anything crazy financially.
Mm-hmm.
Walker Buehler, Kike Hernandez, Blake Trinan, and Teoscar Hernandez.
I would go.
Who's the most important guy?
Probably.
Give me the names again. Walker, Blake, Kike.
and Teoscar.
Oh,
I would go Teoscar, Bueller, Trinan, Kike.
Oh.
Okay, so Ramona, what about you?
Yeah.
Teoscar,
Kike, Bueller, then Trinan.
Okay, you're the only one that didn't have Kike in the fourth spot. The three of us all have Kike in the 4 hole, and then the other, we all kind of shuffle them around there.
He's super important.
But they got Teoscar first.
You can get him back. That's the part that doesn't, you always feel like you could kind of go get him if you needed to do it again.
But he's important. Like, part of the reason why I think it's that spirit in the clubhouse. Like,
that's why I like Bueller so much too. Same reasons.
Yeah, but Teo's the spirit too, man.
That's why I have Kike fourth, because I think you get that with Teo anyway, but he's a way better player, and he's an everyday player.
But Kike is like is like the baseball version of Robert Ory.
I know.
He really is. I mean, the guy.
I tweeted that. I know.
I mean,
that's really interesting.
Like, he's just so important for October. He's so important.
How many
for the
teams
playoffs.
did Ory play for?
A bunch.
6 or 17. Like,
he
won 7 titles.
I know.
Spurs, Rockets,
Lakers.
It's like the sprinkles on top of a sundae.
And he hit so many key shots. So many
it wasn't
big
just that he
shots.
was kind of around. He was essential to winning those titles.
Yeah.
And
he
so is
always
Kike.
delivered. And that's the thing. Kike is just like made for October.
Well, Kike is also my fourth because I think he's the easiest to hang on to anyway. Like, you're not going to be competing with some, 7-year, $260 million offer for Kike Hernandez.
Why is it not Trinan? And I didn't have him top. I didn't have him in the first spot either. But Trinan was the one. If you just said we're going to take one guy out of those 4 guys for this postseason run, without Trinan, I'm not sure they win.
Because closers typically are the least dependable in terms of what you're going to get year to year. And also, there's a part of me that is wondering, after seeing Bueller close out, with the 2 Tommy Johns and the concerns about him over the course of a full season anyway, if it could make sense to actually turn him into a closer.
Bueller.
Yeah.
Bueller.
Because I don't know if for the entire...
What about Kershaw?
He's already coming back.
No, but as a closer.
Oh.
No.
What if they just turned him into a closer?
He doesn't have that electric stuff like that anymore.
No.
Unfortunately.
But if you said inning?
I don't know if he can.
I don't think. Because even when he is in a short situation, he's still low 90s at best, and that just doesn't exist anymore.
To me,
but he can pitch. Like the same. Kenley Jansen was not...
No, but Jansen was a little higher. I don't know. Like, Kershaw's whole deal is, I'm setting you up to get you out with this later. He's just a classic pitcher.
Yeah.
And if Kershaw wants to come back, he's going to be back.
Yeah.
He and the Dodgers will work out something reasonable. But with Bueller, though, the concern about signing Bueller, at least to me, would be the 2 arm surgeries. Like, how available is he going to be? Can he fall apart at the wrong time?
Such a leader, though.
I wonder if converting him into a closer could be the workaround.
That's interesting because the 2 arm surgery things, I think, is almost just like the ante as a major league player now. Think about what they're going to have next year. Ohtani, 2 arm surgeries. Glasnow, arm surgeries. Dustin May, 2 arm surgeries. Gonsolin, arm surgery. Clayton Kershaw, shoulder surgery. Bueller, 2 Tommy John surgeries. Daniel Hudson was a 2 Tommy John surgery. Like, I know he's gone, but this is no longer, oh man, stay away from that guy. They're all
but
guys
in
like
the
that.
case of someone like Bueller, he's one of the only guys, though, at least that we're talking about now, where it's like big money, long-term possibilities, or at least medium-length possibilities. I was just wondering about that.
It's interesting.
Full disclosure, I got it from listening to you guys earlier when you were doing the rankings. I was just wondering if that could potentially be the workaround for Bueller if you're concerned about him available all season.
So I think what's possible, and this may kind of buttress what you're talking about, Andy, I think we're getting closer and closer, and I think the Dodgers just kicked it into 5th gear here. The idea of having a pitching staff, like these are our 5 starters, these are our 6 bullpen guys. What I need 15 guys that can pitch. Yeah. And at any given time, 4 or 5 of them might be in AAA or somewhere else. You might pitch the first 3 innings today. You might pitch the 6th inning 3 days from now. That we're just going to have a pitching staff. You're going to treat Ohtani differently. You're going to treat Yamamoto differently. But basically, I need 12 or 15 guys that can get outs, and we'll just come up with outs. And when you get a little sore, you're going to go down. We're going to bring up the next guy and get you healthy. It just feels like we just saw the Dodgers win the World Series doing that. Remember when an opener was weird, and it's like, hey, then it was like a bullpen day, and now it's everybody.
Cheaper if you can do it.
The problem is the roster size. Like, if you had more guys, if you could have how many pitchers do they have now? 12.
12.
Yeah. if you could have 16 pitchers, you could
But
totally
you
get
kinda
away with that.
can, because you shut, like, for instance,
Oh, yeah.
you use your AAA thing, and you're just
Yeah.
sending guys back and forth, like Bobby Miller's back and forth, Emmett
Yeah.
Sheehan's
And
back
Ohtani
and forth.
takes up that one
Ohtani's
spot.
one of those guys that doesn't count in your pitching staff. Like
Right.
there's ways to fudge that roster
Yeah.
that would work like that. Now you need 15
I
guys
wonder
that
if the
can
other
get
owners
outs.
are going to allow that.
If I were a team
If
like
that's a
that,
loophole. If that's a loophole for the other owners to close to sort of
but if you're
head off the Dodgers,
the A's, pick some of these other small market teams, like just the Reds. Like, let's try this, because you're not going to get Yamamoto. You're not going to get Shohei Ohtani.
I think
I'm
if
not going to
anything,
get
it's
these
more
guys.
valuable to these smaller market teams who
Yeah,
may not have
I
the
agree.
resources
However,
Dodgers have.
the new I read a story I don't know, a couple months ago. One of the competitive balance things they're working on is making it so that your starter has to go
Or you lose your DH.
Yeah.
or you lose your. I mean,
Yeah.
Is it
So
6
they're
or 5?
Five.
Okay.
Unless they give up 4 runs. If they give up 4 runs, you can go get them.
Oh.
But if you take them out for injury,
Yeah.
they have to miss 10 days.
Woo.
If you
Yeah.
take him out before
Like,
5 because he's hurt, he's got to miss 10 days?
Yes. In
Yeah.
other words, you can't go Rodney Dangerfield. Ooh, my arm.
Yeah,
You know, and
I got some lower back tightness
right,
going on.
Right.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. If your philosophy is we're going to be rotating them in and out anyway, you might be putting that guy on a 10-day absence anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of an interesting way to think about it.
I
It just
I
there's
also feel like if you're making rules like that, just get rid of the DH. Like, just get rid of it. Like, you can't. A position must be
Then where do
kind
you
of
play Ohtani?
Well, I'm just saying it must be a BS
agree.
position if it's vulnerable to a rule change.
Do you not think that Giancarlo Stanton was carrying his weight when he wasn't in the batter's box? I don't know if I've ever seen a healthy person run slower in my life than
goodness
Stanton.
gracious.
Like
slower, he'd be going backwards.
The beams was like.
that snail from the Despicable Me is amazing.
And they sent him on a throw from left. I was like, what?
The meme is just the best ever.
I'd love to see him run a 40-yard dash.
Super Crosstalks brought to you